With over 525 member colleges and 48 national championship events in 28 different sports, the National Junior College Athletic Association provides you the opportunity for success on the field, diamond, court, and in the classroom. The NJCAA. Opportunities start here. For more information, visit www.njcaa.org.
News Talk 97.5 FM KTBB and on the World Wide Web at ktbb.com. It's Tyler Junior College football.
And the ball to Burks. Cuts left. Cuts inside. Goal line. Touchdown Apache.
Apache football is brought to you by Tyler Junior College. Changing lives by College Books, your off-campus bookstore for your on-campus needs.
From near the 10-yard line. Keeper by Tevin Muse to the 5, to the 2, to the 1. Is he in? Touchdown Tyler. Tevin Muse, touchdown Apache.
By Tyler Ford, by East Texas Seed Company, by Kelly Community Federal Credit Union, by Davis Green Paint and Body.
Throws for the end zone, jump ball. Parker goes up with Chandler, comes down with it. Is it a touchdown? I think it is. Touchdown Apache.
By Dairy Queen, by Tyler's favorite restaurant and sports bar, the Republic Ice House, by Citizens First Bank, by Mosby Mechanical, and by Majors Pharmacy.
Ryan Parker, 2015, Chad Parker near the end zone. Touchdown Apaches. Yes, Ryan Parker.
And now, live from the stadium, it's Tyler Junior College Apache football. Here are Bill Coates and Kevin Simon.
To cap off a rainy weekend, welcome to Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, where this afternoon, the Southwest Junior College Football Conference semifinal matchup between the Tyler Junior College Apaches and the Navarro Bulldogs. The Tyler Apaches and the Navarro Bulldogs both went 4-2 in conference play. Tyler owning the tiebreaker thanks to a 69-55 win a couple of weeks ago here on this same field against Navarro. The Apaches went 7-2 during the regular season. The Navarro Bulldogs went 6-3. The Apaches got as high as number 5 in the nation in the junior college rankings and might have been number 1 this week had they not lost their final regular season game in overtime last Saturday in Kilgore, 23-17. That football game not only cost the Apaches a possible number 1 ranking, but it also cost them the trophy for the regular season conference championship. But the other trophy they're after is still very much in the mix, and that's the conference championship trophy that would go to the winner. If the Apaches can win today, they would get a date with the Kilgore Rangers coming up next Saturday night here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Yesterday, the Kilgore Rangers knocked off the Trinity Valley Cardinals in somewhat surprising fashion in Athens, 24-21 in overtime. Kilgore won that game without scoring an offensive touchdown. They had 3 pick sixes and an overtime field goal to win the game. That is very unlike this conference, especially considering, Kevin Simon, the way these two teams have played each other in recent years.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, as you mentioned, 69-55. We expect a whole lot of offense once again. It will be interesting to see how the Apaches respond to a very disappointing loss last week at Kilgore, a game they should have won, but found a way to lose. So it'll be interesting, as I say, to see how the Apaches react to that, come out and play this ball game against a pretty good Navarro football team.
This is the last vestiges of the second consecutive weekend affected by weather. We were supposed to play this game at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
And we still haven't gotten this one in, right? We're still expecting some weather today, so we'll see how that plays out. But it'd be nice to see, this game get kicked off and get it in. But above all that, we hope the Apaches can get out of here with a win.
And again, there's a rain forecast to start at about kickoff time. The lights are on. It is misting here. And again, it's a heavy overcast sky as the Apaches and the Navarro Bulldogs get ready to play. We are rather surprised and pleased to see that part of the Tyler Junior College Band and part of the Navarro Band are here today. And the Tyler Junior College Apache Bells are also here today. I don't think we're going to have a long halftime today, but at least for atmosphere and to support the football teams, both the bands, at least part of both of the bands are here, and the Apache Bells. Again, it's a Sunday afternoon game, and so, it's when you make a change at midday on a Friday for a Sunday game, all plans don't get changed. So we're not sure what to expect atmosphere-wise today, but we do think it'll be a pretty good football game.
Yeah, the football game is always pretty exciting now. And we expect more fireworks on offense. As we mentioned, hopefully the Apaches can play a little bit better defense the second time around, but we expect a lot of fireworks.
Tyler will be without Ryan Parker, their sophomore wide receiver. He was suspended after an altercation in the first half against Kilgore last week. The Apaches, fortunately, are deep at the receiving core, and Sedarian Copeland is back this afternoon. But without Ryan Parker, how does that affect the Tyler offense?
It definitely affects him. He's the big play, quick strike guy. He's the guy that you can go to when you need an instant score. So they're obviously going to miss him. But it's always the next man up. The Apaches, as you mentioned, they have plenty of depth. They got a lot of players on the offensive side of the ball. Somebody has to step up and try to fill those shoes.
Tyler was also without a couple of running backs last week. I think Burks, Taylor, and Johnson all missed that game, but they're all expected to tee it up this afternoon in this game against the Navarro Bulldogs. And again, Navarro and Tyler played 2 weeks ago on a Thursday night. Tyler winning 69-55. Kevin, you look at the numbers from that game. Sedarian Copeland threw for 7 touchdown passes, and their guy threw for 5.
Yeah, it was just amazing to see. Watch these guys go up and down the field. They both threw for well over 400 yards, and again, not a whole lot of defense. The Apaches got behind early, big, 21-7. Had a big second quarter. I think they scored 31 points, so plenty of offense. And it never felt like, even though the Apaches had a 2-score lead, they never felt like they put the Bulldogs completely away. Even when the game was over, it didn't feel like they put them away. So again, we expect a tough contest tonight.
We know that you're probably watching the Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks this afternoon at AT&T Stadium. So while you're sitting home with your TVs on, you might also flip your radio on and kind of keep track of what we're doing. You can also get it at KTBB.com and stream the game on ESPN, the ESPN app, to stream the football game and check it out and see how the Apaches do as they try to win their first conference championship outright since the year 2000. Coming up on our pregame show, we'll hear from Tyler Junior College sophomore safety Solomon McGinty, along with sophomore guard Brandon Upshaw from Chapel Hill High School. And, of course, Danny Palmer weighs in on this afternoon's matchup, possibly in the rain, in the junior college football semifinal matchup between the Apaches and the Navarro Bulldogs. Earl Campbell Field at Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
Here's how it goes. You're born, you grow, and grow a little more. You start school. You crush on the cutest girl in class. You're starting to love math. On to high school. It's a whole new ballgame. You win some awards, you get your heart broken. Prom, yearbook photos, high school, check. Now what? Here's a suggestion. Tyler Junior College. It's 2 years you'll never forget. It's challenging. It won't bury you in debt. It opens the door to every possibility. Tyler Junior College. You're ready for this. Learn more at tjc.edu.
College Books is your off-campus store for your on-campus needs. Attention Tyler Junior College students and fans. College Books now has TJC logoed Hurley sportswear and TJC Nike sports shorts. Show your Apache spirit anywhere from Hurley and Nike and even TJC flip-flops. College Books has new, used, and rental textbooks, all your school supplies, and TJC sportswear including Nike and Hurley. At College Books, 1232 East 5th Street, next to TJC. College Books.
It's hunting season, and East Texans especially look forward to deer season. Hunters, as you continue to enjoy the most exciting time of the year, remember East Texas Seed Company. Keep your lease ready with a 50-pound bag of East Texas Seed Company's reclaimed deer corn. East Texas Seed Company's deer corn is better than what you'll find in most stores because it's double cleaned to prevent cob parts and other inert matter from clogging up your feeder. If the feeder's not working because of dirty corn, the deer will stay away from your stand. And remember, it's a 50, not a 40-pound bag. East Texas Seed Company also stocks Boss Buck feeders and deer stands. It's all there and ready to get you prepared for hunting season. Since 1951, East Texas Seed Company has served the agricultural seed needs of an East Texas region that is as diversified in farming and ranching as any other in the nation. They're located off Commerce Street in Tyler and on the web at easttexasseedcompany.com. It's football time at the Republic Ice House.
I do not know how Des Bryant, accomplish that physical feat.
Fun, food, music, and sports.
It's the best little ice house in Texas.
The Republic Ice House on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler is the place to meet after your favorite high school football game on Friday night, for watching college football on Saturday and the Cowboys on Sunday.
Touchdown!
The Republic Ice House is the perfect place for fantasy football leagues in a private room. The kitchen stays open until closing every day. You'll love their burgers, thin crust pizza, wings, chicken fried steak, shrimp, and tacos. There's daily lunch and chef specials.
My goodness!
And you'll find locally brewed beers and the largest giant HD TV screen in East Texas. Bring your college buddies to the Republic Ice House, and they'll find your game on one of their many TVs.
Bryce Petty to Corey Coleman.
The Republic Ice House. It's your football stop on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Fails. Shotgun goes back. Oh, keeps it himself. He's got room to the right side. Touchdown, ball game over. TJC loses the ball game. Game-winning touchdown by Jalen Fells. He kept it himself, took it up the right side. TJC did not have the guys over there. Referees are hustling off in a hurry. And it was a touchdown, Kendrick.
That's Eric Sullivan and Kendrick Henderson, who jumped on for us last Saturday afternoon with all the rain and saw the Apaches take on the Kilgore Rangers at R.E. St. John's Stadium. And again, the final regular season game turned Kevin into a double overtimer. We've seen Kilgore and Tyler play some weird ones, and that was certainly part of it. Tyler missed a 20-yard field goal in overtime that would have won the football game. And so, had they, and I know they felt horrible about that. They felt like that was the game they should have won. But look what Kilgore's done since then.
Yeah, Kilgore's playing their best football at the end of the season, right when they need to be playing their best football. They beat two of the best teams, really the two best teams in the conference in back-to-back weeks. So this will be a tough matchup today, as we talked about against Navarro. But TJC's offense struggled last week, and we talked about all the guys that were missing. But a lot of those guys are back this week. Hopefully that makes the difference.
One good thing, the Tyler defense has been playing much better football. They have steadily improved since that opening win when they won 71-64 over Trinity Valley in one of the highest scoring games in junior college history. And a big part of that Apache defense are sophomores like Solomon McGinty, who was a part of last year's team that went all the way to the conference championship game before losing to Trinity Valley. And McGinty says it means something to him to try to get that championship.
Being a sophomore, really, just knowing that you got to put everything on the line, everything you work hard for, you just got to go out there and put your heart into it. And know, having your mind, how do you want to be remembered? You know, even though it's a JUCO, you got to understand the part of the game. Like, without this, you don't have nothing. Just going into this game, you just got to know how would you want to be remembered.
You were a part of the team last year that got all the way to the championship game and then came up short. So what does it mean to you now to try to get that ring?
Knowing I had another year last year, kind of being relaxed, but still trying to get a championship. But now, being a sophomore, knowing it's your last time, don't know where you're going after this, you have no choice but to be focused every day of the week and just go in this game ready and prepared to win.
And having played on a championship team in high school, you know what that feels like. What does it feel like?
It feels great. I mean, high school, you have 4 years to bond with a lot of people. I mean, a lot of your friends that you grew up with, because it's all in one town. But here, you got 2 years to bond with a lot of people, and every day you got to spend time with each other. You got to cherish every moment on film, every moment in the meetings. You got to really get to know that player that's playing beside you, because if you don't, it's like playing with a stranger. You're not going to ever play the team chemistry.
Solomon, I know you guys really wanted home field advantage and the regular season championship, but that didn't happen Saturday at Kilgore. So can the team bounce back from a disappointing loss like that?
Yeah, we bounced back before. It's like I said, it's nothing new. Yeah, it's sad. It's double overtime. The way we lost, you never will understand it. But, I mean, tomorrow's not promised. So you got to pull together and realize that we still alive. We still got another guaranteed week, which is this week. And we just got to go understand it to do or die. If we don't put it all in, we won't come out with what we want.
Solomon, it sounds like the defense played well at Kilgore overall, and it seems like the second half of the season in particular, you guys have ramped it up pretty well. How well are you playing right now?
We playing pretty good. Like defensive coordinator said, we improving, so we taking that as a compliment. So, but then again, you got to realize we're real thin at DB, and what we have to do is hold on to what we got till we get what we want. And we want to win this game this week.
And Navarro, you played them 2 weeks ago. Talk to me about what you remember about that game and what do?
They have a great offense. I like they race horse. I like how they have the hurry up going. But what you have to do is eliminate their plays on first and second down. because once they get big plays, you can tell they've been practicing to get their offense to run downfield and get set up and get you uncomfortable. So I give them props to their offense and how they run it, but we have to bust them in the mouth from the start of beginning of the game.
This may be your last game at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. What has Tyler Junior College meant to you, Solomon?
It's meant a lot. It's been like home. It's just like back home in Navajo. The campus is real nice. Academics part is real good. They work with you. And like I tell Coach Palmer every day, man, I'm glad he's my coach. He taught me a lot. He taught me how to dummy up. Like I said, he taught me how to be humble, how to really focus in and know that this is another level from high school. And it meant a lot. Just going from offense to defense, same thing as high school. But I just got to know going into this game, how do I want to be remembered? Not only as a sophomore, but as a team, a purpose.
Sophomore safety Solomon McGinney, the Apaches and the Navarro Bulldogs in the rain. The rain is coming down here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Kickoff about 18 minutes away between Tyler Junior College and Navarro. Coming up, Danny Palmer on our pregame show on ESPN East Texas, 92.1 FM.
This is you. You love helping people. Whether it's taking vitals, jotting down symptoms, getting physical, you like the thought of it all. At Tyler Junior College, we just built a $50 million nursing and health sciences center. We have simulation laboratories, technology-enhanced classrooms, new equipment, and even a community clinic where you can get hands-on experience. This is big, very big. And it's only the beginning. Tyler Junior College, School of Nursing and Health Sciences. We're ready for you.
This is where we stop in Texas.
Next exit is your $6 DQ steak stop. Choose a DQ Dude chicken fried steak sandwich with golden fries and a tall, refreshing drink. Or a DQ steak finger country basket with creamy home-style gravy, crispy fries, Texas toast, and a big old cold drink. Your choice, just $6.
DQ, this is where we stop in Texas.
Man, it's heating up in Texas, but the forecast is blizzard. The Texas DQ Blizzard Meal Deal. On sale right now for just $6. Get a quarter-pound Hunger Buster, golden fries, ice-cold drink, and the perfect size blizzard, all for just $6. So Texas, where's the coolest place to stop?
DQ, this is where we stop in Texas.
Mosby Mechanical is proud to serve East Texas for 40 years. Mosby Mechanical is a commercial, industrial, and institutional contractor for air conditioning, heating, plumbing, ventilation, piping, and med gas. With a complete in-house automated sheet metal shop and integrated modeling systems which create a 3D virtual tour of each project, the staff of Mosby Mechanical have earned a valued reputation for delivering the highest quality workmanship and the expertise to take on the smallest and largest projects in East Texas. That's Mosby Mechanical.
You've heard me say for years that Tyler Ford is the real deal. Well, what that means is you know what to expect when you step onto the lot at Tyler Ford. And it's not just some meaningless slogan. It's a series of promises that we make to our customers. And one is consistency. If you visit our parts department, service or body shop, or new or used sales departments, our promise to you is that you'll be treated right. And it's going to be that way from the very beginning and throughout your entire ownership experience. That's why we have so many repeat customers. We know there are a lot of small-town dealers that want to sell you a Ford, but there's so much more to it than that. Our investment in inventory and service equipment is really an investment in our customers. We'd like for you to see for yourself that buying a vehicle from Tyler Ford is just the beginning of what we hope will be a long relationship. And our daily commitment is to you, our customer. I'm David Irwin, we're Tyler Ford, and we are the real deal.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
And the playoffs begin tonight here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. The Tyler Junior College Apaches get a home playoff game against the Navarro Bulldogs. Back on the pregame show with head coach Danny Palmer. First of all, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the kick in the gut and recovering from that overtime loss at Kilgore last week. How long did it take everybody to get past it, and are you past it going into this game?
Yeah, we're past it. We had a great practice preparation this week. And, you know, when you're the head coach, you're responsible for everything. Everybody looks to you to be the leader. They're going to have to, you know, they'll respond according to how you lead. They all know what we expect. They know what I expect. It's my responsibility to get them to practice and make sure that we realize we're in the playoffs, we're at home, and we're playing a team that we just played 2 weeks ago. that's a very good football team that easily beat Blinn on the last game of the year. Cody Creel's done a great job. You know, they got two great receivers, number 5 and number 15, and a big quarterback. And they got a little tailback, number 1, that really concerns us. So we've had the same preparation. The players really have practiced well Tuesday through Friday. You know, your preparation's not over till the ball game starts. Then your preparation's over with and you got to play.
And there is still a trophy out there. I mean, really, you lost the game, but you haven't lost the right to play for the championship.
We can play for the championship. There's a big trophy and a bowl game for that. So that's what's at stake. We've got some players back that we didn't have last week. I'm happy with that. Got a running back core in good shape. The offensive line is back. Our defensive front played really well and got several turnovers. In fact, we picked one of them, went for a touchdown. Navarro's a good football team. They got a lot of talent. Defensive front's really good. 2 offensive linemen are really good. And they've done a good job. And, of course, they've come back to Rose Stadium. They got a familiar memory of where the dressing room's at and where the field's at. So it's not going to be anything new for them. They've been here before.
Do we think Copeland plays tonight?
We'll know at game time. It'll be probably a game time decision, but he's gotten a little better each day this week. We'll be fine at the quarterback position.
Ryan Parker out because of an altercation in the first half last week. Ken Burke's out. How does that affect your offense?
Well, it affects it quite a bit because Ryan Parker is a big play man, and he's not available. But we've got other kids that have stepped up, and like all the old coaches say, next man up, let's go play. It's over. Our players have responded well, and I'm looking forward to the kickoff.
The running back situation, you actually have Terrence Taylor and Kiki Johnson also banged up too, don't you?
That's right. Hayden Cole's going to have to step up. Of course, Caraway, and then Aaron Dobbins from Midland Lee, freshman, that's been in a little bit, performed well, has had a good week of practice. And I'm really, really proud of that group. We'll see. You know, on defense, we're really healthy. Tupay's back, played really well. Samari Wright played well. Our secondary, most of the game, played really well. We got to do that against Navarro, a highly talented football team that had 478 yards passing against us 2 weeks ago. So we got our work cut out for it.
Finally, you need a home field advantage tonight. Need the fans to step up too, don't you?
And Tyler people always do. You know, when you're playing a playoff game at Rose Stadium, there should be a lot of excitement. Our kids are really excited. And regardless of the regular season loss, we still have to play this game. In order to be, I'm gonna have a bunch of fun. I'm gonna really get involved in the game, and I want our players to enjoy it.
That's Coach Palmer, the Apaches, and the Navarro Bulldogs coming up tonight. Conference semifinal playoff game, Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium, and our pregame show continues after this timeout.
Here's how it goes. You're born, you grow, and grow a little more. You start school. You crush on the cutest girl in class. You're starting to love math. On to high school. It's a whole new ballgame. You win some awards. You get your heart broken. Prom, yearbook photos, high school, check. Now what? Here's a suggestion. Tyler Junior College. It's 2 years you'll never forget. It's challenging. It won't bury you in debt. It opens the door to every possibility. Tyler Junior College. You're ready for this. Learn more at tjc.edu.
It's football time at the Republic Ice House.
I do not know how Des Bryant accomplished that physical feat.
Fun, food, music, and sports.
It's the best little ice house in Texas.
The Republic Ice House on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler is the place to meet after your favorite high school football game on Friday night, for watching college football on Saturday and the Cowboys on Sunday.
Touchdown!
The Republic Ice House is the perfect place for football leagues in a private room. The kitchen stays open until closing every day. You'll love their burgers, thin crust pizza, wings, chicken fried steak. There's daily lunch and chef specials.
My goodness!
And you'll find locally brewed beers and the largest giant HD TV screen in East Texas. Bring your college buddies to the Republic Ice House, and they'll find your game on one of their many TVs.
Bryce Petty to Corey Coleman.
The Republic Ice House. It's your football stop on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler. It's hunting season, and East Texans especially look forward to deer season. Hunters, as you continue to enjoy the most exciting time of the year, remember East Texas Seed Company. Keep your lease ready with a 50-pound bag of East Texas Seed Company's reclaimed deer corn. East Texas Seed Company's deer corn is better than what you'll find in most stores because it's double cleaned to prevent cob parts and other inert matter from clogging up your feeder. If the feeder's not working because of dirty corn, the deer will stay away from your stand. And remember, it's a 50, not a 40-pound bag. East Texas Seed Company also stocks Boss Buck feeders and deer stands. It's all there and ready to get you prepared for hunting season. Since 1951, East Texas Seed Company has served the agricultural seed needs of an East Texas region that is as diversified in farming and ranching as any other in the nation. They're located off Commerce Street in Tyler and on the web at easttexasseedcompany.com.
College Books is your off-campus store for your on-campus needs. Attention Tyler Junior College students and fans. College Books now has TJC logoed Hurley sportswear and TJC Nike sports shorts. Show your Apache spirit anywhere from Hurley and Nike and even TJC flip-flops. College Books has new, used, and rental textbooks, all your school supplies, and TJC sportswear including Nike and Hurley. At College Books, 1232 East 5th Street, next to TJC. College Books.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Shotgun snap to Copeland. He fakes the handoff, looking to throw the deep ball. Down the hash to Rollison. Caught! Touchdown! Apaches take the lead. Second of the night for Savon Rollison, 66 yards. Welcome back to a very rainy Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. The JUCO football playoffs this afternoon. Semifinal game between Tyler Junior College and Navarro. The clouds have opened up, and it's raining pretty hard here at the stadium right now. But coming up in a few minutes, barring lightning, it'll be the Tyler Apaches against the Navarro Bulldogs. Winner to play Kilgore next Saturday. Tyler Junior College beat Navarro last 2 weeks ago. 69-55 here at the stadium on a Thursday night. That was one of the Savon Rollison touchdowns. In fact, he had 2 of them in the game and caught 167 yards worth of Cedarian Copeland's passes. Copeland threw for 7 touchdowns in that game and was named the National Junior College Player of the Week. The Tyler offense has been prolific this year, one of the nation's very best. And one of the big reasons has been their offensive line, including guard Brandon Upshaw from Chapel Hill.
Oh, this is a big one. You know, I was redshirted my first year. Last season, I was real nervous before the game, but I had some leaders at guard that graduated last year, and they just helped me get through that. But now I got to be a leader, and I got to step up, and I got to keep the young guys ready. But it's a big one, and it's go big or go home from this point on. As a team, we gotta pull together for this one because this could be our last week together. Me personally, I prepare every game the same. I just try to do my best. I just try to do whatever I can do to help the team win.
Navarro, 2 weeks ago, you played against those guys and beat them. What do you remember about what generally is a strong Navarro defense?
Oh, yeah, their defense is always good. They run a 3-4. You know, at practice, we're going against a 4-2 defense every day, so it's just a little different for the offensive line to block. We just got to play fast and maintain our blocks, and I think we'll do fine.
You played on the Chapel Hill 2010 and 2011 teams that went to state and won it in 2011. What does it feel like to play in playoff games and championship games that you remember that makes this so much fun?
It's always fun. The big ones are always the best ones. It's just a lot of pressure. If you have a good team, you'll do good under pressure. That's whenever the leaders got to step up, is in big times like this.
This is your 3rd year here, and you didn't get to play all season because of your knee injury. Just talk a little bit about how it happened and how you've recovered from that spring injury to come back and play as well as you're playing right.
Last spring, I suffered a meniscus tear. I tried to play through it. It kept agging me and kept getting worse and worse. Finally, I got the surgery done in the summer, and then it was just a slow recovery. But now I'm finally back to playing. And I've been slow on it, but now I got to pick it up. It's the playoff time. I got to pick it up now.
This has been a really good offensive line. What about the line, and especially how dynamic this offense has been this year?
Our offense is real dynamic. Our offensive line, we're not the biggest offensive line. We play well. We have a fast tempo. We just try to get after the defense the best we can.
And recovering from that disappointing game at Kilgore last week, how tough will that be?
It's tough at times like this after a loss like that. We just got to come together. That just shows us where our weaknesses were, and we just need to come together as a team. We got to pick it up from last week because we didn't get it done. Now it's go big or go home, so we got to pick it up.
Tyler Junior College sophomore guard Brandon Upshaw from Chapel Hill. That's our pregame look at this afternoon's Southwest Junior College Football Conference semifinal game in the rain here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium between the Apaches and the Navarro Bulldogs. Kickoff coming up on ESPN East Texas, 92.1 FM.
This is you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise as we honor America as the Tyler Junior College Band plays our national anthem.
You could hear the train go by, and you could probably hear the rain pelting down on our outside microphone here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Kevin, we have spent the last 2 weeks, everybody trying to avoid the rain. There's no avoiding it today. This game will be played in a veritable monsoon out here.
And somebody thought it was a good idea to move this game to midday Sunday, but it didn't work out that way. And you're right, we've had a lot of rescheduled games because of the weather, and hopefully we can get this one in.
We were kidding yesterday. It seems like now it's all about, it's become, it has become baseball where football games get rained out. The Apache captains are Connor Heath, Buddy Tuamasaga, and sophomore Solomon McGinty, who you heard from in the pregame show. And the captains from both teams are meeting at the center of the field. Tyler in their home black pants, jerseys, black helmet, gold numerals, gold trim, and that new Fierce Apache decal on the side. Navarro has apparently won the toss. Let's see where they indicate. Navarro won the toss. They have deferred, so that Tyler offense will have the football first. And Tyler Junior College with one of the nation's top offenses. Both of these teams are high scoring. Last week, Navarro beat Glenn 48-14 to earn this opportunity to play the Apaches here this afternoon. Tyler will go left to right, and the teams appear to be fired up down there. Kids love to play in the rain. Now they get their chance, right?
Yeah, they're fired up, a little atmosphere. It actually feels like a pretty big ball game because it is. It's a playoff game, so the Apaches will get an opportunity first on offense. And in a game between these two teams, you need to take advantage of every possession you get.
Winner of this game will host the conference championship game next week. Kilgore, the 4th seed, beat Trinity Valley, the 1 seed yesterday, 24-21 in Athens. So Kilgore knows they will be on the road, either here or in Corsicana. If it's here, it would be a Saturday night game. Texas College plays at 2 next Saturday here at the stadium. So the tentative schedule has Tyler Junior College hosting Kilgore if the Apaches win here, and that's going to be a tall order, but they play at, we think, 7:30 next Saturday night here at the stadium.
Yeah, and again, the Apaches know what to expect from the Bulldogs and vice versa. The Apaches just have to execute a lot better than they did a week ago, but as we talked about, a lot of the weapons are back on offense.
A surprisingly good crowd here this afternoon on a Sunday afternoon. And again, if you're watching the Cowboys and the Seahawks and want to bring a radio in or have your cellular digital device tuned into KTBB.com, you can hear it on the internet as well. Ball teed up. Tyler will go right to left here in the first quarter of play as the Apaches will get the football first. It is teed up by the kicker Patrick O'Brien. We had some fun with him 2 weeks ago. Nice young Irish boy about to tee it up and kick it off. The kick is underway. The kick is in the air. The game's underway. And it'll hit the end zone and go out of the back of the end zone. Savon Rolison will let this ball go dead. The Apaches will send Cedarian Copeland out to run their offense. Copeland banged up again last week, has run for 418 yards and thrown for 18 this year, 23 touchdowns and only 3 picks. He had 7 touchdown passes in the Navarro game. The Tyler starting running back is Hayden Cole out of Pearland. But we should see, we think, Burks, Taylor, Johnson, and Dobbins today. The wide receivers with Ryan Parker out include Nate Crouch, John Murray, C.J. Thomas, and Savon Rolison. We'll set the Apache offensive line for you coming up in a moment. A man goes in motion, and on first down, bubble screen to Cole, caught 25-yard line. Cole banging his way upfield for about a 4-yard gain on that play. Big Hayden Cole, 6'1", 235, with the first offensive play, gets 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The Tyler offensive line, sophomores Craig Smith and Andrew Kirby. Guard, the center is John Aguilar. The guards are Brandon Upshaw, Christopher Abishir. And on a 2nd and 7, looks like Copeland's going to run with the football, and he's upfield for a first down. He carries it himself for 8 and gets it out to the 36-yard line as he pump faked and carries the ball. The defensive line for the Navarro Bulldogs includes Harris Tafa, Jesse Brown, and Tremaine Whitley. They play a 3-4. J.B. Copeland, Ty Thomas, Jake Blomstrom, and Andre Thompson, the linebackers. First down at the 36. Bubble screen for Crouch. He dropped the ball at the 31. Possibly trying to handle a wet ball. Couldn't do it. 2nd and 10. Aaron Foy, a fine sophomore cornerback out of Kilgore High School, and Aaron Brown from Crosby are the cornerbacks. Braylon Thomas, Robert Satterwhite are the safeties. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 for Tyler at their own 36-yard line, just underway in the rain, going right to left. Copeland back to pass. stutter steps, being flushed out of the pocket. On the run upfield, he's upfield to the 40, out to the 45, and has the first down on a gain of about 13 yards, of which he got the last 6, twisting and turning out to the 49-yard line. First down, Apache.
Good tough run by Copeland, and Copeland has been banged up throughout the season, but he's a tough guy. Not a big guy, but he always seems to bounce back. That's a nice run.
Gain of 12. They say stepped out at the 48 or was run out of bounds at the 48. Tyler goes 1 back, 4 wide. 3 to the left and 1 to the right. The Tyler Apaches just underway. Have a second first down. They have the ball at their own 48-yard line. No score against the Navarro Bulldogs. Team they defeated in the semis last year. Hand off to Cole, and Hayden Cole running hard across the 50-yard line to the Navarro 48. Picks up about 4 yards on that first down carry. Cole came into play today. 11 carries for 34 yards. Again, he has not been their tailback this year, but has been practicing with the ones all week because of the injuries, and he gets the start. 2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line. Pump fake, downfield, overthrows John Murray, the freshman from Cypress Falls. Incomplete, good hit at the end of that by Aaron Foy to make sure about it. It'll be a third down, 3rd and 10 coming up, 3rd and 6 coming up.
That ball got away from Copeland. Again, they're trying to keep that football dry. That's going to be tough duty today. And I think it just slipped out of his hands.
3 receivers left, 2 to the right. It's an empty backfield on the 3rd and 6 at the Navarro 48-yard line. As Copeland, the sophomore quarterback out of Dallas Skyline High School, 6 foot, 175 pounds. Done a nice job for the Apaches this year. 3rd and 6, looking. Steps up, may run with it. No, he's going to throw the ball downfield and throws it incomplete. He had a guy open, and he just led Nate Crouch too much on that play. And again, he's throwing a wet ball, but it'll be 4th down and 6, and the Apache drive stalls at the Navarro 48-yard line.
Yeah, it's not only wet and slippery, but it's also heavy, and Copeland couldn't get enough on it. We already have a little bit of pushing and shoving going on after the play, and Copeland breaks that up. But again, that football gets heavy and slick and slippery and all that stuff, and I think Copeland just couldn't get a good grip on it.
Tyler's Luis Duran, who's averaged 39.9 yards a punt this year, in to kick it away. 13:35 to go here in the opening quarter. Standing at his own 37-yard line to kick it away to the Navarro Bulldogs, and they block it, partially block the kick. It's downfield. The Apaches get the roll to the 38-yard line, but they got a piece of that ball. One of their guys, I think number 27, Tavares Thomas, may have tipped that football and got a piece of it. And so Navarro has good field position at their own 38-yard line. Actually, that was better than it could have been. That thing could have gone the other way. Devin Isidore, a sophomore out of Aldine, is the quarterback. Again, he threw for 5 touchdowns against the Apaches in the last meeting. He replaced the injured Bivens Caraway from Longview. Their wide receivers include a group that includes Dominic Harris, Del Michael High, Calvin Jones, Timothy Taylor. The running backs are Josh Cleveland, and the fullback, when they use one, is Marcus Anderson, will set the Apache defense. Cleveland, who ran for 120 in the first meeting, outside upfield to the 45-yard line, bumped out of bounds after a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 3. Nice first down run. The Apache defense, defensive ends Obina Ohima and Joshua Wheeler, with 13 sacks, third in the nation in that category. Damon Dean and Junior Ali, the defensive tackles. The linebackers, Samari Wright, Tupe Sanoa, Tedrick Lowry, the strong safety. Back to pass on 2nd and 3. Ball upfield at the 50-yard line. Caught first down at the Tyler 49-yard line by the receiver, Del Michael High on that play. Tyler's cornerbacks, Nate Jones and Tyler Hayes. The safety, Solomon McGinty and Dion Gennard. It'll be a first down. Tyler had 58 sacks during the regular season, one of the highest totals in the nation. One back. Now Cleveland goes in motion, and out of the shotgun. Quarterback looking to throw the slant over the middle, and does to Del Michael High. He's tripped up after a short gain down to about the 46-yard line. Nicely played that time by Tyler Junior College sophomore linebacker Tupe Sanoa. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's a nice tackle by Sanoa on a quick slant route. Short yardage on first down.
Ball just inside the 47-yard line. 2nd down and between 7 and 8 yards. Out of the pistol formation, it's Cleveland off right tackle, and he's hit hard by Sanoa. Falls forward to the 44-yard line. Wheeler cleans up. That'll make it a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Cleveland's head actually snapped back after that hit, but still got positive yardage on the play.
3rd down and 5 at the 44-yard line for the Navarro Bulldogs. At 3 wide, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The Apaches blitz. Screen pass almost intercepted. Thrown over the outstretched arms of Cleveland. as the Apaches had Samari Wright coming up, and he would have blasted Josh Cleveland if he caught the football. It'll be 4th down. Nice stop by the Tyler defense, which has, again, Kevin, made really steady improvement all year long.
Yeah, and that's good pressure on the quarterback. It obviously forced a bad pass. The Apaches only gave up defensively 218 yards to Kilgore last week. That's a great job. 39 yards passing, so that's a great job by the Apaches.
McIntosh is their punter, and again, you got to understand, with the wet ball, fielding kicks may be a little bit of a challenge today. This is a high kick that Tyler will let bounce at the 5-yard line, and it goes into the end zone. Rollison just waving at that ball as it went over his head and out of the back of the end zone. So Tyler Junior College will take over, 1st down and 10. No score here in the first quarter, 11:53 to go in the rain, and it had started about 2:45, and just as predicted. Thank you very much, Dr. Bob.
Yeah.
And it has continued on. Umbrellas are out. We're in the dry climate of the press box, and I'm happy to be here
I think we
today.
got it made. Yeah, I think this rain is steadily, or has been steady, for about 30 minutes now.
All right, 1st and 10. Tyler at their own 20-yard line. Empty backfield. They put a man in motion and fake the handoff, and here comes the quarterback Reed upfield for maybe a yard. They fake the handoff on that 1st down to Kobe Caraway, and so Darian Copeland keeps it for possibly a yard. There's a big pile at the 21-yard line. Copeland's helmet came off, so he'll have to leave for a play.
Yep. Take a play off. He was a little slow getting up, but I think it's only because his helmet popped off. And send the backup quarterback in, Connor Heath, for the Apaches.
Yeah, and again, when that's the rule now, after a 1-yard gain, helmet comes off, you have to go out of the game for a play. So Connor Heath, the freshman from Pearland, whose dad Tony is the coach at Pearland, fakes the handoff and pitches it upfield to Rollison on the bubble screen. Rollison hit immediately and dropped at the 22-yard line. Well covered again by Aaron Foy. So a gain of only another yard. Tyler will face a 2nd down and 8, and Copeland comes back in the ballgame.
Yeah, that long pass across the field takes so long that it allowed the defense to react to it and make a play.
By this time 2 weeks ago, we already had 21 points on the board. Just kidding.
Pretty close.
This may be a little low scoring, more low scoring than 2 weeks ago. Empty backfield, 3rd and 8, and they jump off sides. One of their guys jumps into the neutral zone, Dexter Collins, and I think the Apaches are going to get a free 5 out of this, and they will, and that'll make it a 3rd down and only 2 instead of 3rd and 7.
Yeah, the guy right over the football jumped into the neutral zone. The Apaches will take the easy free 5 yards.
Yep, you take what you can get on a day like today, and again, who knows, but points may come a little harder today than they have in other Tyler games this year. And this time Copeland lines up under center on a 3rd down and 2. This is interesting. You don't see it very often. Copeland now looks over to the side and gets the play call from offensive coordinator Ryan Taylor, and takes the snap, fumbles the ball from under center, and gets decked back at the 26-yard line. He's still fighting for it, loses the ball. There's a scramble at the 28-yard line, a fumble on the play, and let's see who came out of there with it. Navarro did. Copeland fighting for extra yards after getting stoned at the line of scrimmage. He dropped the ball, picked it up, then got hit, dropped it, and it is recovered by the Navarro Bulldogs at the Tyler 28-yard line.
Yeah, you called it, he's under center, and a lot of times these guys are not used to taking snaps under center. He dropped the ball from the very start. That play was blown up from the very start, and trying to get extra yardage, the ball just kind of squirted out there because it's wet. And that's a huge break for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs have it at the 29, so the Apaches turn it over, and again, the ball has to be wet. So Tyler Junior College, after getting 5 yards given to them on that penalty on a 3rd and 2, not able to get it, and then turn the ball over. So the Bulldogs, with a slot left and a running back to pass the quarterback downfield for Del Michael High, caught at the 9-yard line in front of Nick Foster, and it's 1st and goal. Nice play under pressure by Devin Isidore, the quarterback, who got hit as he delivered the ball downfield. 1st and 10 for Navarro at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, High ran a great route, just a corner route, but a nice pass, as you mentioned, by Isidore.
So Tyler Junior College, after turning the ball over, now gives Navarro great field position, and the Bulldogs have it 1st and goal at the Apache 9-yard line. 10 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. They shift Anderson into the slot, and there's a 5-yard walk-off coming. One of their offensive linemen moved too quickly on that play, and so they'll be behind the chains here. It'll be a First and goal back at the 14-yard line.
That G. White stalwart, 6'8", 300 pounds. The right tackle got an early start. Trying to make a play. That'll cost them 5.
All right, so it's first and goal at the 14. Again, Anderson shifts into the slot. Cleveland behind the quarterback, Isidore. The Apaches show blitz here. Let's see if they're coming. Here comes Solomon McGinney. Handoff, and Cleveland is popped at the 16-yard line and nailed for a loss on that play by Josh Wheeler. Joshua Wheeler has to be, if not the defensive player of the year in the conference, certainly among the handful of guys. He has had 8 tackles. That's his 9th tackle for a loss this year, plus 13 sacks. It's second and goal at the 16-yard line. Bulldogs again go quickly. Cleveland standing next to the quarterback in a 4-wide receiver set. Back to pass Isidore. The Apaches rush downfield high, has it knocked away by Foster at the 10-yard line. Nice play by Tyler Junior College cornerback Nick Foster, the defensive back from Fort Worth, who originally committed to TCU, and they directed him to come here. It'll be third down and goal at the 16-yard line.
It's nice defense on back-to-back plays by the Apaches. They need to make one more.
Third and goal for the Navarro Bulldogs at the 16. The Apaches again turn the ball over, but their defense trying to get out of this with little damage. They go to an empty backfield set. The Apaches blitz. Isidore throws the ball downfield and completes it to the 7-yard line, and the Apaches are there to make the play on Calvin Jones. It'll be fourth and goal at the 7-yard line. They'll send the field goal unit out, but that's a very nice job of the Tyler defense.
That's a great job by the Apache defense. Put in a tough spot after the fumble. Looks like they'll force a field goal attempt. It's a dig route. The Apaches had it well covered. Nicely done.
And O'Brien, who is 14-17 on field goals this year, will come on to try and hit a 24-yarder to give them their first lead of the afternoon with 8:29 to go here in the quarter. The kick is on the way. It's a line drive kick, but it's good. And with 8:24 to go in the first quarter, Navarro on the board first. The Bulldogs lead the Apaches 3-0 on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
College Books is your off-campus store for your on-campus needs. Attention Tyler Junior College students and fans. College Books now has TJC logoed Hurley sportswear and TJC Nike sports shorts. Show your Apache spirit anywhere from Hurley and Nike and even TJC flip-flops. College Books has new, used, and rental textbooks, all your school supplies, and TJC sportswear including Nike and Hurley. At College Books, 1232 East 5th Street, next to TJC. College Books.
This is where we stop in Texas. This is where we stop in Texas.
Next exit is your $6 DQ steak stop. Choose a DQ Dude chicken fried steak sandwich with golden fries and a tall, refreshing drink. Or a DQ steak finger country basket with creamy home-style gravy, crispy fries, Texas toast, and a big old cold drink. Your choice, just $6.
DQ, this is where we stop in Texas.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
3-0 Navarro on the 24-yard field goal. Their kickoff by their fine kicker O'Brien goes out of the back of the end zone. Tyler will take over at the 25-yard line. Again, Patrick O'Brien hits a 24-yard field goal to give the Bulldogs a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, 4 plays, 22 yards a minute and 57 seconds on that scoring drive.
Set up after a Tyler fumble by Sedarian Copeland at the 29-yard line. Tyler will take over. Going right to left here in the first quarter. They're on 25-yard line. A rainy day. The rain has let up, I think, a little bit. Still raining, but it doesn't seem to be coming down quite as hard as it did earlier. And Copeland goes with an I formation, kind of a traditional I formation under center, rolling out to the right, going to dump it upfield to Cole, and it's incomplete behind him. That's a very traditional-looking I formation rollout play by the quarterback, Sedarian Copeland. And he threw the ball a little bit behind Hayden Cole, and the Apaches struggling offensively right now, just like they did last week in Kilgore. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Copeland's been off the mark. He should have hit Hayden Cole a lot earlier than he did, or tried to. He's got to get into football earlier.
2nd down and 10. Tyler from their own 25-yard line. 3 receivers set, and again, I formation. They hand the ball off, and Ken Burks is hit hard at the line of scrimmage and driven back. No gain on the play among the tacklers. J.D. Copeland, a freshman from Southlake. Tyler faces a 3rd down and long. 3rd and 10 coming up.
A tough spot to put themselves in again with the incomplete pass and so far the inability to run the football.
Again, this is an offense that for the year, averages 52 points and 562 yards a game. They've had 4 70-point games this year. But midway through the first quarter, it's 3-0 Navarro on this rainy day. Copeland out of the shotgun, back to pass, steps up and throws the ball downfield. It's going to be a jump ball that's incomplete at the 35-yard line. No Ryan Parker, no completion. That was intended downfield for C.J. Thomas, and great coverage by the Bulldogs. It'll be 4th down. Without Ryan Parker, the Apaches lose their home run threat.
Yeah, they don't have anybody to take the lid off of defense. That's great coverage by Brown, as you mentioned. He was step for step, stride for stride with the receiver and made a great play.
Even with the 2 suspensions this year, Parker still caught 41 balls and 9 touchdowns. Had an impact. One of the best we've seen come through here, but he is out and will not play next week either if Tyler wins. And for the second time, it'll be Luis Duran from his own 11-yard line to kick it away. They almost got that one. He manages to root that ball out of there, and this one goes out of bounds along the near sideline at the Navarro 44-yard line. And so they've had great pressure on Luis Duran. Blocked one. Duran got that one away. So Tyler so far has had a fumble and a blocked punt. They've made mistakes, and again, so far only down 3-0. But they're going to have to clean that up if they're going to beat Navarro.
Yeah, they definitely have to clean up the punt team, the punt protection. As you mentioned, they almost had another one blocked.
So Navarro will take over, and again, they lost to Tyler last year in Corsicana in the conference semifinals, and they lost here 2 weeks ago. So the Apaches on a 2-game win streak over the Bulldogs in both meaningful games. 4 wide receiver, 1 back set. Isidore out of the shotgun, snap it. Tyler with a 4-man rush. Upfield and incomplete on the stop route to Timothy Taylor, the freshman from Minnesota, covered by McGinney. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, both quarterbacks struggling to connect with receivers on the short stuff, the timing patterns. Again, that football is soaking wet.
A little out route that time by Taylor. 2nd and 10 at their own 44-yard line, going left to right. Out of the pistol, hand off to Cleveland, looking to bounce outside. The Apaches chase him all the way back to the 35-yard line, and they're going to nail him inside the 35. He tried to get to the edge, and he never could get there. There are 7 Apaches around him on that play, among them DeAndre Smith and Samari Wright, along with TJC's Shaq Anderson, number 76. 7 black jerseys chase Josh Cleveland all the way back to the 34-yard line.
Well, the only Apaches that weren't in on the tackle were the guys in coverage. That's a nice job by the Apache defense.
3rd down and a bunch. 3rd and 20. Back at the 34-yard line. Let's see if the Apaches can get another defensive stop here. Inside handoff for Cleveland, and Anderson is all over him. Shaq Anderson buries him at the 32-yard line. Oh, boy, he ran headlong into 6'1", 315-pound freshman from Greenville, Shaquille Anderson. And that was, even in the rain, that was a big lick. It'll be 4th down.
That's, again, a nice job by the Apache defense, and maybe they can get their offense on track with another good stop.
6:20 to go, and the clock ticking here in the first quarter. 3-0 Navarro. We'll see their punter, Ben McIntosh, for the second time to kick it away to Tyler Savon Rollison. It's a high snap. He brings it down, kicks it away. Returnable. Rollison back at his own 18-yard line. Savon Rollison goes right. Rollison upfield to the 25. Rollison out to the 30-yard line, out to the 31. Well done by Savon Rollison. Tyler Junior College will get their 3rd opportunity at the football with 5:53 to go in the opening quarter. Trailing 3-0 here at the stadium. There is an injured Navarro Bulldog on the play. Let's take a 30-second break. 5:53 to go here in the first quarter. Navarro 3, Tyler 0, back in 30 on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
Hi, John Bass from Major's Pharmacy. Woo, son, come see us at Major's Pharmacy, because, brother, they got it all. When you don't feel well and need a prescription filled quickly, the chain pharmacies will make you wait. Major's Pharmacy won't. Bring your prescription to Major's Pharmacy, and in most cases, they'll fill it and have you on your way in 15 minutes or less. Major's Pharmacy accepts most major insurance plans. Major's Pharmacy, South Broadway at Shelley Drive, across from Wagner Cadillac, and online at majorspharmacy.com.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Well, it looks like the one of the Navarro Bulldogs is injured on that play, and again, you can probably hear a microphone crackling under the pelting rain here today. The Navarro player is up and thankfully walking off the field under his own power. William Antoine favoring his left arm. Let's hope he's okay. Tyler will take over at their own.
There's a penalty flag. There's a block in the back,
yeah.
so that'll back them up 10 yards to their own 15.
Okay, that's their first of the half. You got to have 2 per half. That's a rule.
That's right. You're
that's
right.
now a rule.
Oh, yeah.
The officials have made that a rule. They got to call at least 2 of those. First down at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Apache's going right to left. Fake the handoff to Cole, throw it upfield. He's got a guy out there, but he overthrows. Hayden Cole. Check that, Nate Crouch. At the 40-yard line, Crouch was open too. But again, in these conditions, the spread offense sometimes does not work quite as well as it does on a dry day. It'll be second down.
Yeah, and I've already mentioned it, but Copeland, once again, is off the mark, and most of his passes, he's missing high.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line. Back to pass again out of the shotgun, throw it upfield, and that ball through the hands of Buddy Tuamasaga, who couldn't handle a wet ball at the 21-yard line. 3rd down and 10. Well, the good news for Tyler, they do have the ability, assuming the health of Terrence Taylor and Kiki Johnson, if they have to get into those kind of games, Tyler should be able, shouldn't they, to pound the football behind that big offensive line?
Well, they should, but that ball's got to be caught. Copeland finally gets off a good pass, and the receiver drops it.
3rd down and 10 at their own 15-yard line for the Apaches. Again, they have been 3rd and long all afternoon long. They run the draw play to Cole, and he'll get nothing. Draw play didn't work that time. Jake Blomstrom was there, and this is a very different-looking Tyler Junior College football team than the one we have watched all year long. In their 10th game with that big offense of theirs, in the rain today, they have been stoned so far by Navarro. 5:20 to go here in the opening quarter, and they're down 3-0, and once again, Luis Duran will punt it away.
Yeah, this will be his 3rd punt. They had 1 block, and, of course, the Apaches fumbled on 1 possession.
Standing at the 1-yard line, the former John Tyler Lion, Luis Duran, to kick it away. They rushed hard this afternoon. They almost got that one. There's a penalty flag down. This may help Tyler. The ball's fair caught at the 46-yard line. They ran into Duran. Now, running into and roughing are 2 very different things. And it's Tyler was a 4th and 10, so if it's running into, it'll only be a 5-yard walk-off, and so that's what it'll be. And Tyler will apparently have to kick it again. They'll get a 5-yard benefit out of this. You know what? I'm not sure I would decline this. That was a pretty good punt by Duran.
Yeah, pretty good under the circumstances.
Yeah.
But, the Apaches, again, have to do a better job of protecting the punter. They were back there again.
Yeah, they're going to block one before the day's over. They've already blocked one.
They'll block another one.
They'll snuff one, really smother one, and get some easy points out of this. Tyler talking things over, and they're getting an earful from their coaches down there. But again, I'm not so sure.
They declined it.
They just declined the penalty, and they're going to take it. That was a pretty good punt under the circumstances. And so they're going to let this punt. They're going to decline a penalty in their favor to take the punt, give Navarro the ball at the 47-yard line. The Apaches at the moment, Kevin, are riding a recipe to lose the football game.
Yeah, they're really struggling on offense. Their inability to run the football, and, of course, Copeland's been off the mark, and when he's made a decent pass, his receiver was not able to hold on to it. So somehow, some way, the defense is doing their part. Somehow, some way, the offense has to get going.
Well, again, do you change completely and just go old school today and try to run? But again, Navarro, Kilgore, Trinity Valley always have great defensive front sevens. Maybe easier said than done today for the Apaches, but they have had 0 offense so far this afternoon. On a 1st and 10, Isidore back to pass. He's under some pressure and sacked. That's the 59th sack of the year. The Apaches get him back at the 40-yard line. Boy, they've had great pass rush all year long, and this defense has stepped up in a big way. Josh Wheeler again, Junior Ollie again. And if that's Wheeler, that would be his 14th sack. He'll get at least a piece of that.
Yeah, no, he was good.
And that's a loss of about 8 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down and 18.
Didn't take the Apaches long to get to the quarterback, Isidore. They were back there in a hurry for that sack.
So it's a 2nd and 18 at the 39-yard line. 3 receivers left and 1 to the right. Isidore out of the shotgun. Standing at his own 33-yard line, Tyler blitzes again. He throws it upfield and completes the pass to the 50-yard line for a gain of about 13. Still short of the 1st down, but a nice pitch and catch to Timothy Taylor to leave him with a 3rd down and 7 at midfield.
Yeah, Taylor on a curl route for positive yardage. Another big 3rd down coming up for this Apache defense.
Caught Tyler in a blitz that time and found the open guy. The Apaches put 7 guys up, and they're coming again. Isidore's going to float it near side and throws it way over the head of the intended receiver. He could feel the pressure. Dominic Harris, the intended receiver, and that ball wound up on the Tyler sideline. And both quarterbacks right now are way off the mark. It'll be 4th and 7 with 3:56 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, the Apache defense putting a lot of pressure on Isidore, forced another bad pass. And again, the Apache's defense is holding up their end of the bargain. It's time for the offense to get going.
4th down and 7, and we'll see Ben McIntosh again to kick it away to Rollison, who stands back at the 10-yard line. Snap, kick. Rollison will let this one bounce at the 16-yard line, and it will lower Oldad inside the 10, inside the 7, down near the 6, near the 5-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 7. So TJC will have it at the 7-yard line following the effective McIntosh punt, which he kicked away from Savon Rollison. Rollison had to let it bounce, especially a wet football. So Tyler Junior College will take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
I don't think the Apaches have crossed the 50-yard line yet. They haven't done much with the football.
So Tyler Junior College trailing 3-zip here in the first quarter. 3:44 to go. Conference semifinal game. 3 wide receiver, 2 back set this time. Hand the ball off and trying to root it upfield for a short game. Aaron Dobbins for about a yard, maybe 2.
Handoff goes to Aaron Dobbins.
Dobbins is the freshman from Midland Lee, and I think the Apaches right now really don't know exactly how to attack these guys at 2nd and 8.
They can't get it figured out, but give that Bulldog defense credit. And they give up about 122 a game on the ground, which is really good these days.
2nd down and 8 at the 9-yard line. Tyler goes with a slot and 1 running back, and Copeland on the bootleg. Rolling out, dump it upfield. Finds Cole. He caught it at the 20-yard line, and that's a Tyler 1st down. Bootleg pass to Hayden Cole all the way to the 26-yard line. 1st down Apache.
Well, it's well executed. Good job by Copeland to plant his feet and get off a good pass for the 1st down.
So the Apaches 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. At least get some breathing room out of there. As Copeland with a little play action that time. The Tyler Apache sends C.J. Thomas out wide to the right, which is the boundary. And Rollison goes in motion to the short side of the field. Play action fake. Copeland steps up, throws upfield. Caught. 1st down, 38-yard line. Thomas out to the 40, 41-yard line. Finally dropped at the 42. C.J. Thomas, the freshman from Shreveport, coming back to the ball. And a rifle shot that time by Rollison. 1st down, or for Copeland, 1st down time.
His best pass of the day was right on the money, and maybe he's going to start to get into a rhythm here.
They've got Cole in the slot. 2 receivers split left, 1st down, going right to left, 42-yard line. Handoff for Dobbins. Dobbins upfield. A little bit of a hold-off right tackle for 4. Down to the 46-yard line. Aaron Dobbins. Tackle made by Copeland and Thomas. 2:22 to go here in the first quarter.
A decent yardage on 1st down, which you can complete some downfield passes. That tends to open up your running game.
2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line. Tyler lines up sort of in a T formation, if you will. Copeland has Cole and Dobbins standing next to him in the backfield. Now they shift Hayden Cole into a slot. Dobbins stands to the left of the quarterback. 2nd and 6. Bubble screen thrown Rollison. He's got room, 50-yard line. Rollison 1st down, stiff arm, and out of bounds at the 47-yard line. And the fans really like what Rollison did that time to one of the defensive backs, Byron Walker. He just shoved him down with his right hand, and the fans that were here even oohed and awed at that one. 1st down.
That was a nice play at the end of it. That's how you finish off a run.
So the Apaches have gone from their own 7 to the Navarro 47-yard line. And on a 1st down, here's a nice hold by Aaron Dobbins inside the 45 to the 43 for a 4-yard gain. Dobbins, a steady diet of the freshman from Midland Lee, and 2nd and 6 Apaches.
The Apaches are getting into a rhythm offensively, both on the ground and through the air. And they're trying to reset the play clock to 25 seconds, I believe. Now they got it going now.
Minute 35 left to go. The clock ticking here at the stadium. First quarter, Navarro up 3-zip in this conference semifinal game. Tyler on the move, 2nd down 6 at the 43-yard line. Bootleg again by Copeland, being chased to the edge, and he's going to throw the ball downfield, and he's got Thomas, but he's out of bounds. There's a penalty flag way back upfield, probably holding against the Apaches.
Be holding against the Apaches. Easy call for the official to make. And I believe it's against big number 77, Kirby.
Andrew Kirby, the redshirt sophomore from Gillis Trinity, reacted as if that penalty was against him.
Well, good design on the play, poor execution. Hopefully this won't
It'll either be 3rd and 6 or 2nd and 16. I think it's going to be 2nd and 16. The Bulldogs will take the holding penalty and move it back to the Tyler 47-yard line.
Let's see if the Apaches can overcome that big holding call.
So Tyler going right to left here in the quarter, down to just over a minute left in this first period. 4 wide receiver set, 2nd and 16 Apaches. Near side, the short side, Copeland has gone all the way quarterback so far against a 4-3 look defensively. Check that, a 3-4 for the Bulldogs. Bubble screen thrown right to Nate Crouch. Crouch makes the catch upended after maybe a 1-yard gain at the 48-yard line. Well defended on the edge over there by the Kilgore Bulldogs. Satterwhite, the safety. Braylon Thomas also in on that tackle. It'll be 3rd down 15.
That's a nice tackle by Satterwhite. Great reaction by that Navarro defense.
3rd down 15. Ball at the Tyler 48-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 wide set. See if the Apaches can keep this drive going. Play action fake. Copeland's in some trouble, and he's going to be sacked at the 43-yard line. Tried to take it upfield, but ran right into their number 30, Byron Walker, who was coming up the middle with 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It's 4th down.
Yeah, the Apaches were on the move before that holding call, and that's usually the case. It's hard to overcome those 10-yard penalties. The Apaches will be forced to punt.
Well, it's 3-0 Navarro, and we're winding down the first quarter. In fact, this could well be the final play of the first quarter if the Apaches even punt at all before the end of the quarter. Clock down to 10, down to 9. Tyler hasn't even lined up yet. Down to 7, down to 6, down to 5, down to 4. Looks like the Apaches are going to let the first quarter clock run out. First quarter ends here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Navarro 3, Tyler nothing on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
Mosby Mechanical is proud to serve East Texas for 40 years. Mosby Mechanical is a commercial, industrial, and institutional contractor for air conditioning, heating, plumbing, ventilation, piping, and med gas. With a complete in-house automated sheet metal shop and integrated modeling systems which create a 3D virtual tour of each project, the staff of Mosby Mechanical have earned a valued reputation for delivering the highest quality workmanship and the expertise to take on the smallest and largest projects in East Texas. That's Mosby Mechanical.
Since 1977, animal lovers have been getting the best help for their pets and livestock from Drs. Mike Williams and Marcus Alexander at North Tyler Veterinary Clinic. Get your pet preventative care like heartworm treatment and annual rabies vaccinations. Call 595-3631 for an appointment. You can call for emergencies or mobile ranch service too at North Tyler Veterinary Clinic, Highway 271 and the Loop in Tyler, proud sponsors of today's game.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Bill Coates and Kevin Simon at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Rainy Sunday afternoon. Navarro 3-0 over Tyler as we start the second quarter of this conference semifinal playoff game. Tyler will punt 4th down and 15, 4th and 17 at the 43-yard line. The snap to Luis Duran. He'll get it away this time. It's an end-over-end kick. Downfield, it'll bounce at the 23-yard line and take a Navarro roll upfield to the 29. That time looked like that end-over-end kick might take a nice Tyler roll, but it hit on that wet turf and it's bounced back upfield 5 yards. So the Bulldogs will start at their own 29-yard line. Very little offense in the first quarter on a rainy day, especially for the Apaches, who just crossed the 50-yard line for the first time.
It's an uneventful first quarter between the two teams. 6 punts, a fumble, and a field goal.
That field goal by 24 yards by Patrick O'Brien, the only points of the day. The Bulldogs have the lead in the ball at their own 29-yard line. Offset backfield with 3 wide receivers. Inside, fake the inside handoff, and Isidore going deep downfield, and this ball is knocked away by Tyler Hayes. He and Del Michael High going at it at the 42, and Hayes, who's made a lot of improvement this year, did the right thing. He had good coverage and turned around as the ball was in the air. Even though there was contact, Kevin, when you do that, chances are you won't get a flag.
Yeah, it's one of the few times he's actually played the football, got his head around and knocked it down.
2nd and 10 at the 29. Ball in the middle of the field. Navarro goes right to left on your dial here in the second quarter. Hand the ball off to Cleveland, who gets to the edge, and he's got some running room. He got 8 yards out past the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Josh Cleveland on the carry.
Leon Gennard and Tyler Hayes team up on the tackle, but that's an 8-yard gain, 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Well, the Apaches allowed him to bounce it outside. They broke containment, and he's got a lot of speed once he turns the corner.
Tyler with a defensively on a 3rd and 2. This will be a keeper by Isidore. He's hit by McGinney, and I think he got the first down. McGinney did a nice job to stick him at the line of scrimmage, but he falls forward to the 40-yard line, and that is a first down for Navarro.
That's a good job by their quarterback, Isidore, just to fall forward for the first down. He was stopped short, but found a way to get there.
First down and 10 Bulldogs at their own 40-yard line. A minute into the second quarter in a 3-0 game. The winner plays Kilgore next Saturday. Bulldogs beat Trinity Valley yesterday in a bit of an upset. As the 4th seed, 1st and 10. Isidore looking to throw the deep ball down the right side. Again, it's a jump ball. This time, Delmichael High makes the catch on a back shoulder fade at the 30-yard line. Hayes had good coverage on that play, but Delmichael High turned around and made a really good catch at the 30-yard line.
They're going after Hayes, and Hayes got his head around, but he slipped at the end of that and allowed the receiver to catch the football.
Mark it at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. They lead 3-0, and they're on the move now. Going right to left, far side to short side. Cleveland behind the quarterback. Play action fake, bootleg rollout. Isidore hit as he throws downfield. It's tipped by McGinney and tipped away from Timothy Taylor. Good pass rush that time. It'll be 2nd and 10.
They like the right side of the field. They keep attacking that direction with their passing game.
This time they're going at Nick Foster, who's playing the right side over there. 2nd and 10 at the Tyler 29-yard line. Snap the football, hand it to Cleveland. He's got a hole, but a great play by McGinney to trip him up. McGinney reached out with his left arm and tripped up Cleveland, or he might be gone. He had a huge hole that time.
It was a big run. It's not a touchdown on that play. That's a huge tackle by McGinney.
That's a 2-yard gain. That should have been more. Great play by the sophomore. 3rd and 8 at the Tyler 27-yard line by the Navarro Bulldogs. Ball in the middle of the field. They send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They've got Anderson in the backfield and Cleveland in motion. Snap, blitz, throws the fade down the far side. This ball is caught and dropped by Delmichael High. Oh, he had the catch at the 7 and dropped the ball. Foster's coverage wasn't bad, but again, a back shoulder pass that hit Delmichael High right in the belly, and he just dropped the ball. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that you got to break there. Foster completely lost the receiver on that play, and it should have been an easy catch. But again, the Apaches get a break.
Looks like on 4th and 8, the Bulldogs may go for it here at the Tyler 27-yard line. Field goal team not out there. And Isidore and Cleveland in the backfield. 4 wide set, 4th and 8 at the Tyler 27-yard line. Cleveland in motion. The Apaches blitz. Isidore hit as he throws downfield and throws that one behind Delmichael High, incomplete. On a slant, Delmichael High was open for a moment, and the pass goes high, wide, and right, and the Apaches take over at the 27-yard line.
Well, Isidore rushed that pass again. He's been feeling the pressure throughout this first half of play. Great job by the Apaches. They give up some yardage, but they keep them off the scoreboard.
So it'll be Tyler's football at their own 27-yard line. And so the TJC Apaches will take over, trying to get their offense in gear.
They got going a little bit, but again, that 10-yard holding call kind of stalled that last possession.
1st and 10 at their own 27, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. They put Caraway in motion. Now he stands in the backfield. Hand it to Kobe Caraway. Whistles blow all over the field. I think Tyler moved before the snap of the football, and that'll cost him 5 yards. Everything out of sorts in bad weather. You know, everybody's more worried about the rain, even though it's kind of stopped.
It slowed down, all but stopped, yeah.
But everybody, the whole offense is just out of sync right now.
Yeah, they can't get right now. The Apaches can't get out of their own way with these penalties.
And wasn't that predictable on a day like today? Almost predictable that it would be this way. Ken Burks has checked into the ball game as the running back. 1st and 15. The Apaches behind the chains on 1st down. Fake the handoff to Burks, throw it to Crouch, and he drops the ball. He had a Navarro Bulldog coming up, and then a little bit of extracurricular at the end of that play. They tripped up Crouch. A little bit surprised they didn't throw a personal foul on that, but it'll be 2nd and 15. Crouch heard footsteps or just dropped the football.
Well, the Apaches haven't had success on the receiver screens. They've got to throw the football downfield. They have to attack this Bulldog defense.
2nd down at the 22-yard line, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 15. Copeland steps up and looks to throw downfield, and he overthrows the intended receiver, C.J. Thomas. Boy, I tell you what, Thomas broke inside, and that ball was a good 15 yards over his head. And this offense without Ryan Parker is just not the same.
It's a different offense. I don't think Thomas, had he even kept running straight forward, would have caught up with that pass as Copeland just launched it. He should have took off with the football and ran it. Had a lot of room to work with in front of him.
Well, 3rd and 15 for the Apaches. 3rd and 15 at their own 22-yard line. Draw play handoff this time, and not much available that time for Burks. He is buried at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And the Apaches just right now have no offense whatsoever. They had a drive that stalled, thank you to a holding penalty on their last one, and this time they get nothing.
Well, they opened the possession with a 5-yard penalty, and once again, they're not able to overcome the penalty, and that was just a bad start to that possession. And right now, the Apaches are lining up the punt for the 5th time.
Luis Duran standing at the 7-yard line to kick it away. Navarro has had good field position all afternoon. The Apache defense keeping them in the game. They almost blocked that one. This kick is high. It's a spinner, hits at the 42 and takes a big Tyler roll downfield inside the 30, inside the 25, down to the 20-yard line where the Apaches will kill it at the 20-yard line. That's a really, really good punt by the Tyler Junior College Apaches. That is that's a 58-yard punt, I believe. Wow, nicely done that time.
Yeah, they had to handle a low snap. That ball actually bounced, but he was able to handle it and get off a great punt. That's a nice job by the special teams.
Yes, absolutely. Durant with a great kick, and now Navarro will take over. 11:44 to go here in the second quarter. Bulldogs have a field goal. That's the only scoring in the game. The last meeting 2 weeks ago, Tyler won here 69-55.
Yeah, it didn't look like anything like what we're seeing now.
But the weather was clear that Thursday night. 4 wide receiver, 1 back set. Here comes the 4-man rush. Isidore upfield, ball completed, 25-yard line. First down upfield to the 31-yard line. Run out of bounds that time, Dominic Harris on that pitch and catch. But it is a first down and a gain of, depending on where they mark it, 12, maybe 13 yards if they mark it at the 33-yard line.
Well, he just got that ball over the head of Tedrick Lowry. It's a nice pass by Isidore.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 33-yard line. They go right to left from the far hash. 3 receivers split to the wide side of the field. Handoff Cleveland. Juking tacklers upfield. And then a great play on the edge after a short gain by Tupe Sanoa. That turned out to be only a 2-yard gain. Cleveland stutter stepped at the line of scrimmage. Broke outside. Looked like he had some room. And then Tupe Sanoa, the redshirt sophomore, does a nice job to knock him down after a 2-yard gain.
Ran him down from behind. Cleveland was trying to find an opening.
2nd down and 8 at the 35-yard line. Empty backfield. Tyler blitzes. Isidore throws the ball upfield. Incomplete for Harris. Feeling the pressure again. That time he had Samari Wright, Josh Wheeler, and Tupe Sanoa all in the backfield with him. It'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up.
Well, the Apaches will have to keep the pressure on Isidore. They can't give him anything. And both of these offenses kind of sputtering here in the first half.
3rd down and 8 at the 35-yard line. Again, the rain for the moment has really let up. On their own 35-yard line, Cleveland goes in motion. Looking to pass. Throws the middle screen. Almost intercepted by DeMond Dean. Dean had it in his hands. Had gloves on, but couldn't hang on to it. The Apache defensive lineman from Van almost had himself a pick. Calvin Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down and 8 coming up. Navarro will have to punt.
That ball surprised Dean. It got on him in a hurry. They were trying to set up the tunnel screen. Well played by the Apaches. Once again, the defense does its job.
McIntosh. Boy, I'll tell you, you just never know what you're going to see in this league. Yesterday, Kilgore won a game without scoring an offensive touchdown. 3 pick sixes. 24-21. It's 3-0 here in the second quarter. Snapping. McIntosh going to rugby kick this thing end over end downfield. It's a really good kick. Bounces at the 30. Be taken by Rollison at the 23-yard line, and he's surrounded at the 25. A little bit of a dangerous move by Rollison to try to field that loose ball, but it was a one-bounce pickup, and that normally works, but Tyler will take over at their own 25-yard line, trying to get some offense going with 10:38 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Apaches have had several possessions, but just not making much out of it. It's their 7th possession coming up.
Last Tyler conference title was 16 years ago in 2000. They beat Ineo at HEB Stadium in Euless, Texas. First down the 25-yard line, handoff Burks, and he is buried by Blomstrom and Thomas right at the line of scrimmage. The inside running game ain't working right now for the Tyler Apaches. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, not much is. The Apaches are struggling really on first down and putting themselves in tough situations on 2nd and 3rd down.
Into the ball game for the Tyler Apaches comes Emmanuel Gordon to line up as a tight end. Tyler goes with the one-back shotgun, 2nd and 10. fake the draw play. Copeland in some trouble, and he's going to try to run with it. He's got room at the 30-yard line. Copeland upfield to the 34 and stretches it close to the first down near the 35-yard line. He's going to be a yard short. Bumped out near the Tyler 34-yard line, so it'll make it a 3rd down and 1 coming up for Tyler.
And Copeland's going to have to do more of that. Just step up in the pocket and make them honor the fact that you might run with it. Right now, they're not doing that.
So TJC sends a new offensive lineman into the game. David Aduo is in as a guard for Tyler Junior College on a 3rd and 1 at the 34-yard line. The inside ground game hasn't worked so far today. Let's see if it does here. They hand the ball to Burks, and he's got the first down. He didn't need much. He got 2 yards. Needed 1, got 2, but he does move the chains to the 36-yard line on a draw play, handoff, first down.
Well, that's a nice run by Burks. He only gets 2 yards, but I like the fact that he got upfield. He didn't try to make anybody miss. Just get upfield and move the chains.
First down, Apaches at their own 36-yard line. 3-zip in favor of Navarro. 9:10 to go. Second quarter on a rainy Sunday afternoon. 3 wide receivers set, bubble screen. Caught this time at the 35 by Rollison. Rollison stiff arms a Navarro Bulldog and gets outside the 40-yard line for a gain of 5 to the 41. Run out of bounds along the Navarro sideline. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Rollison did a great job using the block of C.J. Thomas, the receiver lined up to the left side of the formation.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Tyler Apaches at their own 41-yard line. As the Tyler offense tries to get it going here today. Fake the handoff. Copeland upfield, fires the pass, caught by Rollison. First down, ball in the air. It was stripped and is taken by the Navarro Bulldogs. It's loose again at the 38-yard line, and who came down with it? I think Navarro finally came out of there. Thomas got the recovery. I thought for a moment he had lost it a second time, but Rollison had the catch, had it stripped. It was a Tyler first down, but he fumbles after the catch, and it'll be a first down for the Navarro Bulldogs.
That's Raylan Toms that stripped that football out of there. That's just a good play to pull the ball out of Rollison's hands. It was a nice-looking pitch and catch up to that point.
Again, with that wet football, Rollison made the play, but got to be a little bit hard to control, and Rollison not able to keep it in his grasp. And Navarro gets their second turnover. They had a fumble recovery early. They go with an offset backfield out of the shotgun from their own 41-yard line. Thomas hands it to Cleveland. Cleveland picks his way across the line of scrimmage for only about a 3-yard gain before he gets knocked down by Tedrick Lowry. Picks up yardage to the 44-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Good play on first down by the Apache defense.
2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line with 8:15 to go here in the second quarter. 3-0 Navarro. Out of the shotgun, fake the handoff. Isidore on the rollout, being chased by Ohima. Throws downfield way over the head of the intended receiver, Dominic Harris. Nowhere close to a completion that time. Obina Ohima from Grand Prairie was chasing for Tyler on that play. 3rd down and 7.
The Apaches had great coverage. Isidore just basically got rid of the football. Couldn't find an open receiver.
3rd and 7 at the 44-yard line for the Navarro Bulldogs. Isidore. That's the call from the Navarro sideline and first-year coach Colby Krill. 3 receivers split wide to the near side and 1 to the right out of the shotgun. Tyler blitzes again. Isidore hit as he throws upfield and throws that one to the sideline incomplete. Coverage has been excellent today, and I'm sure the receivers are having a little bit more of a difficult time making their cuts, but this is an artificial surface, and it's supposed to be, the footing is supposed to be pretty good. But whatever it is, these offenses have been stymied.
Yeah.
Again, Navarro came in averaging 47 points a game, 530 yards. Kevin Tyler averaging 52 a game and 562. We're halfway through the second quarter, and it's 3-0.
Haven't seen anything close to that. That's great coverage by Hayes. He struggled throughout the season, but that's a nice job in coverage on the out route that time.
And McIntosh to punt again, standing at the 28-yard line. Bounces to him, and he's going to have to eat it all the way back at the 32-yard line. It's a loose football. Tyler picks it up. The ball is down at the 32-yard line. Tedrick Lowry runs it into the end zone, but I don't think it's going to be a touchdown. It's Tyler's ball at the 32-yard line as McIntosh tried to field a low snap, bobbled the ball, and the Apaches were on him. Tedrick Lowry picked it up, and he ran it on into the end zone, but not able to scoop and score that, so it'll be first down Apaches at the 32-yard line.
The Apaches needed something good. They needed a big play. The Defense has been solid, but they needed a big play, and hopefully that gets this offense going.
Well, let's see if the Apaches can capitalize. 7:52 to go in the second quarter. This is as deep as Tyler has been. And again, the turnover gives Tyler an opportunity. They have a tight end in the ball game, Buddy Tuamasaga. Copeland has Cole in the backfield, fakes to him. Looks, chased all the way back to the 45-yard line. Looking, is going to throw it out of bounds and then takes a massive hit. That'll be a 15-yard walk-off against Byron Walker after he released the football. That's a personal foul against Navarro, and there was really no question about that.
Yeah, no question. The Copeland has to be careful. He's talking a little trash after the hit. You don't want to draw a personal foul penalty yourself, so they'll get the benefit of the 15-yard.
And it happened right in front of the Tyler bench. Walker just nailed the quarterback Copeland after he released the football as he threw it away. That's a free 15 yards for the Apaches. They're certainly in field goal range. That'll take it all the way down to the 17-yard line, first down Apaches.
Yeah, got to punch this in. Got to get something on the scoreboard here.
Well, the Apaches have it at the 17. It's 1st and 10 as they line Nate Crouch up wide to the near side. Tuamasaga is in as a tight end. The Apaches have gone back to some more old-school football. A 3-wide receiver, 1 back set. Burks is in the backfield, and a man in motion. Copeland out of the shotgun, hands the ball off to Burks. Goes on the counter play and gets maybe 2 yards down to about the 17, maybe the 16-yard line. I tell you, you got to give Navarro's defense credit. This Tyler running game has been awfully good this year, averaging nearly 280 yards a game. But it's been hard rock mining, as our buddy Mike Owens likes to say. That's only a 1-yard gain.
A great job by the interior defense against the Apache run game.
Second down near the inside the 17-yard line, 2nd and 9. 3-wide receiver set. The tight end lined up left. Cole is in the backfield. Blitz coming. Fake the handoff. Copeland downfield, and it's incomplete. Tried to hit somebody on the slant, either Tuamasaga or Rollison. I think Rollison. But his passes have been wild high all afternoon. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, when he's missed badly and mostly high, and that's another high pass out of the reach of any of his receivers.
C.J. Thomas comes out of the game. Murray checks in for the Apaches. Rollison lines up in a slot left, 39 at the Navarro 17-yard line, 16-yard line. Aguilar, the center, will snap the football to Copeland. They put Murray in motion, fake the handoff, and on the rollout, Copeland's going to throw the ball downfield, looking for Tuamasaga, overthrows him, and it's incomplete. It's great coverage. Tyler will have to settle for a field goal try, and keep in mind, on a 4th down and 9, if they opt to go that way, that Luis Duran missed what would have been a game-winning 20-yarder at Kilgore last week.
Not a gimme here, and especially in this weather as the rain starts to pick up again, but the Apaches need to get something out of this possession.
Nate Crouch is the Tyler Junior College holder. And again, he's going to be holding a wet ball. He wipes his hands off with a towel. This will be a 34-yard field goal from the 24-yard line. No angle, right down the middle, if they can convert to tie the game. Snap, hold, kick is on the way by Duran. It is up, good. And the Apaches tie the game with 6:55 to go in the second quarter. 34-yard field goal to Apache. 6:55 left in the second. Tyler 3, Navarro 3 on ESPN East Texas, 92.1 FM.
It's football time at the Republic Ice House.
I do not know how Des Bryant accomplished that physical feat.
Fun, food, music, and sports.
It's the best little ice house in Texas.
The Republic Ice House on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler is the place to meet after your favorite high school football game on Friday night, for watching college football on Saturday and the Cowboys on Sunday.
Touchdown!
The Republic Ice House is the perfect place for fantasy football leagues in a private room. The kitchen stays open until closing every day. You'll love their burgers, thin crust pizza, wings, chicken fried steak, shrimp, and tacos. There's daily lunch and chef specials.
My goodness!
And you'll find locally brewed beers and the largest giant HD TV screen in East Texas. Bring your college buddies to the Republic Ice House, and they'll find your game on one of their many TVs.
Bryce Petty to Corey Coleman.
The Republic Ice House. It's your football stop on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler.
ESPN 92.1 FM. You're listening to ESPN East Texas. KRWR Tyler. Bill Coach Sports Talk. Weekdays 4 till 6.
3-3 ball game. Tyler kicks off high, and a pooch kick a little deeper than usual down to about the 10-yard line. Taken by Navarro upfield, 15, 20, 25-yard line. Taylor Thompson hit by the Apaches and knocked down near the 34-yard line. And the Bulldogs will take over either the 33, the 33-yard line with 6:47 left to play in the second quarter following the 34-yard Tyler field goal.
3 plays, 15 yards, 57 seconds on Apache scoring drive.
After they recovered the fumble by the punter, Ben McIntosh. First down Bulldogs at their own 33-yard line. Inside handoff for Cleveland. Tyler all over him, and they drop him for a loss on the play. In the backfield immediately for Tyler Junior College, Lawrence Shaw. Another one of those big freshman defensive linemen for the Apaches, and he loses. I think lost about a half a yard on that play. It'll be a second down.
Yeah, both defense playing the run well there.
Two backs in the backfield on the second down and second and 10. Call it second and 10 with 6:20 left to go in the first half. 3-3 the score. 3 wide receivers and 2 backs. Tyler in that 4-2-5 look defensively. Snap at Isidore, bubble screen, finds Calvin Jones. Tripped up after making the catch on the near sideline by Tyler's Nate Jones. Calvin Jones caught the ball. It was 15 on 15, and he knocks him down at the 34. That's a gain of a yard. There's also a penalty flag.
Yeah, late penalty flag. I'm not sure if that came down after the play. I didn't see it initially, but it's blocking the back against Navarro.
Okay. And so it'll be 3rd and 9, or the Apaches
they're going to push him back. I'm not sure I take that penalty, but they're going to go ahead and push him back.
That's a 10-yard walk-off back to the 19-yard line. That's a 15-yard penalty. Was it not? That's an illegal block in the back.
It should be 10 yards.
Now it's a 15-yarder. An illegal block, I think.
Unless it's clipping.
It must have been a cut block.
Yeah, blocking the back is 10 yards.
Okay, that's an illegal low block against Navarro. That's 15.
Now, that said, I've seen this same crew up in Cisco give the wrong yardage on a penalty call. Up in Cisco, same crew. So, but the block in the back is a 10-yard penalty. And he gave the signal for blocking the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as it is, they're going to reset the clock to 6, and they're going to leave the mark at the 19-yard line. That makes it a 2nd down and 25. Check that 2nd and 24, I believe, coming up for the Bulldogs at their own 19-yard line. Let's see how they handle it. They stack 3 receivers wide to the short side of the field, back to pass. Tyler rushes 4. He throws the ball upfield, and he overthrows the intended receiver on the play. Calvin Jones. Nate Jones' coverage was good. Right down the hash. And Isidore overthrew him, which has been the story of the day.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks overthrowing wide receivers at 3rd and 23.
In Isidore's case, he's just been feeling the pressure all day, so he's been launching those passes without being able to set his feet. For Copeland, he's just been off the mark for most of the first half.
My bad, 3rd and 24 with 5:56 to go. The Apache defense trying to get off the field, give the offense the ball back in a 3-3 ball game. 3rd and 24, Tyler blitzes, handoff to Cleveland. Cleveland upfield, he breaks a couple of tackles, and he'll be tackled at the 31-yard line, well short of the first down. Draw play that time. Good hard running, John Hawkins. The Tyler middle linebacker from ARP in on that tackle, and it'll be 4th down.
There's a late penalty flag. It's going to go against Navarro. Excuse me, Bill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's an unsportsmanlike, some kind of personal foul. I think it's on Cleveland. Said something that he shouldn't have after the call, so that'll back him up, should back him up another 15 yards. But with this crew, maybe 10 yards on the penalty.
Which would be a break for Tyler because it would improve their field position. And this personal foul is unsportsmanlike against Navarro. And will take them all the way back to the 15-yard line, meaning their punter, McIntosh, who's done a good job today, will have to kick from his own 1-yard line.
Remember a couple of weeks ago, they had a boneheaded play at the end of the game that basically allowed TJC to put that game away. He had made a stop, but said something, did something after the play.
Yep, I remember it well. Tyler went on to win. And it'll be 4th and 28. McIntosh standing at his 1-yard line to kick it away. Virtually no wind, but a wet ball today, and the Apaches go after him. Almost got the block. Kick is taken by Rollison at the 42-yard line. It's returnable. Rollison looking to get the edge, and he does. Tyler got a great block on the corner that was legal, and he returns it to the Navarro 49-yard line. Nate Jones decleated one of the Navarro Bulldogs downfield on a block that was ruled legal, and I agreed with it, and now there's a penalty flag way back upfield at the 21-yard line. Tyler returned the kick to the Navarro 49. Let's see what this is all about.
You guys are starting to get flag happy. I think it's just a 5-yard. Well, I'm not sure.
Holding Tyler.
That's the second one on special teams, right? Is that the two that they have to call?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's number 2.
Yeah. You're not a big fan of this crew then, right?
The official is nice. I talked to him in Cisco, like I said, but he gave the wrong call, and so he did the same thing. Similarly, he gave the wrong call for the penalty that he marked off, and he did the same thing again here.
All right, so Tyler will keep possession of the ball, obviously, but they will not have the ball at the Navarro 49. They'll mark off 10 following the return, and from the spot of the foul, I guess, right?
It's a huge penalty.
Yeah, so instead of the Navarro 49, Tyler's going to have the ball where? From the point where he caught the ball, that's 10 yards back to the 27-yard line. That's about a 24-yard penalty against Tyler. So from the spot of the catch, they mark it off.
26-yard line, the Apaches first and 10.
So Tyler has it at their own 26-yard line. 5:18 to go in the second quarter in a 3-3 ball game. Hand the ball off, and Dobbins has a little room to the edge out to the 30-yard line. Not a lot. Good tackle made by Satterwhite. 3-yard gain, second and 7.
Robert Satterwhite with the tackle.
I like Satterwhite. He's an aggressive 6-foot freshman safety from Austin, and he's a sure tackler, something you don't see a lot of these days.
Not these days.
And second and 7 at the 30-yard line, going left to right. Copeland out of the shotgun. 2 receivers split left, and Burks in the backfield. They'll hand it to Burks. Burks picking his way upfield for 3 more. Did a nice job to get what he got. He may have gotten the 34-yard line, which will leave Tyler with a 3rd and 3 at their own 34-yard line. Tyler has all 3 of their timeouts left, as does Navarro. We're down to 4.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, Apaches have to put something together here and keep the football on deep to try to punt it away again.
All right, so it's 3rd and 3 for the Apaches. Copeland looking to pass. Steps up, flushed out. In all kinds of trouble. He's going to try to run with it, and he's got maybe the first down. I think he does. On his own to the 39-yard line. He was surrounded like Custer that time by Navarro Bulldogs, but he still managed to pick up about 5 yards and a first down.
Well, I said this earlier. Copeland has to do more of that. He's having trouble getting his receivers of football. Just take off with it. Again, they have to respect the fact that you'll do that.
First down at the 39-yard line. Copeland on his own. Again, the rain is not coming down right now, but nobody can throw the ball right at the moment. It's 1st and 10, Tyler at their own 39. Hand the ball off to Dobbins. He's picking his way upfield to the 41 for 2. And I'm telling you, the hitting down there, even though it's a Sunday afternoon, this ain't Sunday school. They're really laying the wood to each other. That time looked like Tafau got a piece of that action, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
No mercy. Both defenses coming up with big hits. And both of these defenses, TJC's defense much improved throughout the season, and this Bulldog defense has been pretty good.
2nd down and 8 at their own 41-yard line. Tyler goes left to right here in the second quarter, down to 3:25 to go in the first half. In a 3-3 ball game. Bubble screen thrown to Burks, and he dropped it. Looking upfield, looking to run with the ball, just flat dropped it. It'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, those screens have not worked for the Apaches today. Even had he caught the football, he wasn't going to get much yardage on the play. Good reaction by that Bulldogs defense. They were all over it.
I'm not a big fan of the bubble screen, but, that's just me.
Well, the Apaches have to throw the football down for the second time I've said that. And if they can't throw it, Copeland needs to take off with it. But the screens have not worked in this first half.
3rd down and 8. Parker is the one guy on this football team when he was eligible who could make the bubble screen a big play. 3rd down and 8 at the 41-yard line, and Tyler calls timeout. We'll take a 30-second break with him. 3:18 left to go in the second quarter. Tyler 3, Navarro 3 in the conference semifinals on ESPN East Texas, 92.1 FM.
College Books is your off-campus store for your on-campus needs. Attention Tyler Junior College students and fans. College Books now has TJC logoed Hurley sportswear and TJC Nike sports shorts. Show your Apache spirit anywhere from Hurley and Nike and even TJC flip-flops. College Books has new, used, and rental textbooks, all your school supplies, and TJC sportswear including Nike and Hurley. At College Books, 1232 East 5th Street, next to TJC. College Books.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Bill Coates, Kevin Simon, David Domain at our ESPN East Texas studios. Conference semifinals, Tyler and Navarro tied at 3 late second quarter. Winner to play Kilgore coming up next week for the league championship. This game moved from 3 o'clock yesterday because of the rain, but it's rained here today. 3rd and 8, Tyler at their own 41-yard line. They send 3 receivers left, and the Apaches flinch, and that'll cost them 5, and it'll be 3rd and 18.
Yeah, not sure what the Apache offensive lineman was thinking. Upshaw. He basically stood up on the play, and that'll cost them 5.
Well, it's the oldest adage. Offense doesn't always work. Defense never fails you, and the Apaches are hanging in here because of their defense. Their offense has been awful here in the first half. 3-3 score, 3rd and 15. Third back to pass. They pitch it upfield to Masaga. Caught the ball and then just got blasted. The ball is incomplete as he got nailed by Blomstrom. I mean, just nailed. As the ball arrived, Jake Blomstrom, the freshman linebacker from Katy, separated Buddy Tuamasaga from the football. It'll be 4th and 13.
That's a seam route, boy. He was wide open for a split second, but a nice hit by the defense. The Apaches once again will have to punt.
Like we always say, hitting like they owe each other money.
Yeah.
And even on a Sunday afternoon, aren't you supposed to be nice on Sunday?
Yeah, it hadn't worked out that way.
It worked out
hard-hitting first half.
Here's Luis Duran again. His punts have been an adventure today. Good snap. He almost had that one blocked, but gets it away. It'll be caught at the 25-yard line, and the Apaches are there, and they bury him under an avalanche that time. Josh Firth just nailed the Navarro punt return guy, number 20, Devon Smith, and I'm telling you, that was another big blast at the 25-yard line.
Well, it's great coverage by the Apache special teams and a good job by Durant to get the football off again, nearly blocked by Navarro.
So the Bulldogs take over, and again, they've got all 3 of their timeouts left. They're on 25-yard line, 3:05 left in the first half in a 3-3 ball game. Josh Cleveland goes in motion. That creates an empty backfield. And Isidore looking to throw it upfield is picked off by Samari Wright, and he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown Apaches. Samari Wright takes it to the house. They'll throw a flag against Tyler for celebration, but Samari Wright goes 25 yards for the touchdown.
Well, he read that one all the way. Just dropped back in coverage, and the football hit him right in the hands. Nice grab and a great run after catch. He had to make a defender miss, a Bulldog miss on the play to get into the end zone, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered. The Apaches having a tough time getting their offense going. The defense steps up and makes a big play.
But again, stupidly, the Apaches overzealously celebrate, and they get a 15-yard celebration penalty, which will be added to the kickoff and will give Navarro an opportunity with good field position. I do not get that.
Yeah, I think they're going to give them a break here, Bill, and give them just a sideline warning. Maybe. We'll see if they mark it off after the kick, but that would be a huge break because we've seen that throughout the season as well.
Yeah,
a lot of
absolutely.
celebration penalties.
But Tyler takes the 9-3 lead. All 4 touchdowns in these semifinal games have been scored by the defense. Kilgore's 3 are the winning teams. Kilgore scored 3 yesterday. Trinity Valley had offensive touchdowns, but this will be the 4th defensive touchdown in these junior college semifinals. And here is the Luis Duran extra point, which would make it a 10-3 game, and it's good. And with 2:56 left to go in the second quarter, the Apaches jump out to a 10-3 lead over Navarro on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
It's hunting season, and East Texans especially look forward to deer season. Hunters, as you continue to enjoy the most exciting time of the year, remember East Texas Seed Company. Keep your lease ready with a 50-pound bag of East Texas Seed Company's reclaimed deer corn. East Texas Seed Company's deer corn is better than what you'll find in most stores because it's double cleaned to prevent cob parts and other inert matter from clogging up your feeder. If the feeder's not working because of dirty corn, the deer will stay away from your stand. And remember, it's a 50, not a 40-pound bag. East Texas Seed Company also stocks Boss Buck feeders and deer stands. It's all there and ready to get you prepared for hunting season. Since 1951, East Texas Seed Company has served the agricultural seed needs of an East Texas region that is as diversified in farming and ranching as any other in the nation. They're located off Commerce Street in Tyler and on the web at easttexasseedcompany.com.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Samari Wright gives Tyler a 10-3 lead with a pick 6 from about 25 yards out. The penalty was a sideline warning, so Tyler kicks off from the 35-yard line. The ball bounces, taken by the Bulldogs at the 20-yard line, and downfield the Apaches make the tackle at the 26. never let that ball bounce. There's some pushing and shoving going on at the end of that. And, fellas, this is a playoff game. None of those shenanigans. And with 2:52 left, the Apaches have scored on a Samari Wright pick six, his second of the year. And Tyler Junior College has their first lead of the day.
Well, that's a great read by Wright, and an excellent run after the interception as well. So that's exactly what the Apaches needed.
All right, so the rain coming down hard again now here in the second quarter. Bulldogs at their own 26-yard line hand the ball off to Cleveland. Cleveland taken down by Tupe Sanoa. No gain on the play. He tried to run it right, nowhere to go outside, cut it inside, and the Tyler sophomore linebacker Sanoa makes the play. And the Apaches called a timeout with 2:44 to go.
Yeah, and that's a great job by the Apache defense. I'd like to see them do a little bit what Navarro's done here in the first half. Start stripping at that football. It's a wet football. Try to get that thing out of there. And Navarro's been doing that throughout the first half, but that's a good play on first down by the Apaches.
Again, Tyler takes a timeout because they believe, with the way the offenses are not playing today, that they might even get a chance to get the ball back here. They still have a timeout left.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to get that done, I guess.
Well, and the way things have been going in this first half, you get up 2 scores, you might have already put the game away the way things have looked here in the first half. So the Apaches would like to get the ball back and try to score again.
Well, 2:44 left here in the first half. The Bulldogs kicked a 24-yard field goal. Tyler added a 34-yarder to tie it midway through the second quarter. But moments ago, Tyler sophomore linebacker Samari Wright from Cameron Yo, interception, return, touchdown, and Tyler Junior College leads it 10-3 here in the second quarter. Following the Apache timeout, Bulldogs 2nd and 9 at their own 27-yard line. Offset backfield, 3 receivers. Here at Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. Fake the handoff. He throws the deep ball down the far side. Delmichael Hyde catches it. The Apache falls down, and Delmichael Hyde will take it in for the touchdown. How about that? 73 yards, no flags, and the Apache defender fell down. I was about to say that the one thing that can get you beat in a game like this is a defender falls down, and the Tyler cornerback fell down.
Well, that's the second time Hayes has fallen down. He was in perfect position to play that football, but trying to adjust and come back and get it, he slipped down, and that's actually a pretty good catch by High as the defender was in his face, but he still made a play.
There is a Tyler Junior College player down back at the 20-yard line. And the Navarro Bulldogs are a point away from tying this football game up with 2:32 to go. So that's the first offensive touchdown of the day. And as great a job as the Apaches have done defensively today, they give up a long touchdown. The injured Apache is Tyler sophomore defensive lineman Damon Dean out of Van.
Well, they keep going after Hayes, as I talked about earlier, and that's the second time, as I mentioned, that he slipped down and allowed the receiver to catch the ball.
Dean is up. Eddie McGuire, the Tyler trainer, and his assistant helped Damon Dean to his feet, and he is limping but walking off the field under his own power. And now the Bulldogs will have an opportunity to tie this football game with 2:32 to go. So
that's a huge play, Bill, at the end of the first half by the Bulldogs, not able to get much done offensively. That's a huge score right before the half. Now, on the other hand, the Apaches still have plenty of time to make something happen.
And again, keep in mind that these extra points are no gimme. I wouldn't think on a day like today. Calvin Jones is the holder, but again, he'd be holding a wet ball. He didn't bring a towel with him either. So the extra point by Patrick O'Brien would tie the football game up. The kick is on the way. It's up, and it's good. Easy does it. 2:29 left to play here in the second quarter, and the game is now tied. Tyler 10 and Navarro 10. Back in 1 minute on ESPN East Texas, 92.1 FM. It's a 10-10 ball game. 2:28 left to go here, and 2:32 left to go here in the second quarter. Bill Coates and Kevin Simon with you, and again, the Bulldogs just went what?
Yeah. 2 plays, 74 yards, 20 seconds. High again. Receiver did a good job to hang in there with the ball as Hayes slipped down in coverage. Again, he had perfect position, but the field is wet, and he just couldn't stay on his feet to knock that ball down.
And so the Apaches will get the football back. Again, they've got a timeout left with 2:32 left to go here in the second quarter of this conference semifinal game with the Navarro Bulldogs. Kilgore beat Trinity Valley 24-21 yesterday in Athens.
Yeah, you simply can't assume anything in a game like this.
So O'Brien will have it teed up, and the Apaches again will get the ball back with a chance maybe to get something done before halftime, although with the rain coming down hard again, you don't know what to expect from these offenses.
Yeah, again, the Apaches with plenty of time and one timeout left, again, to make something happen. We'll see here.
Ball kicked away by O'Brien, will be fielded by Tyler's Rollison at the 10-yard line. Rollison upfield to the 30. Rollison to the 40. Rollison to the 45. Jukes the tackler, and he goes all the way up to midfield. And miracle of miracles, there are no flags on the play. First down, Apaches at midfield. Oh, I talked too soon.
Yeah.
There is a flag. It may be offsides against the
Yeah, it should be. It's on that side of the field where Navarro was lined up. This should go against Navarro, so hopefully the Apaches get an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, they got an extra 5 tacked on, so they'll have the ball at the Navarro 45-yard line. And they'll have an opportunity, maybe if they can get some offense here, to possibly get something done before halftime.
They got to take advantage of this field position right before the half.
Kobe Caraway checks in for Tyler Junior College. Nate Crouch is out there. Rollison has had a big hand in today's game. Had a great game against the Bulldogs 2 weeks ago. Copeland out of the shotgun from the near side. 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 45-yard line. Snap the football. Hand it, Caraway looking left. He's got a little room this time. He picks up 2, maybe 3, flag down. Flag on every play right now. They threw a flag on the far side of the field. Must be against the Apaches, you would think. Fellas, it's raining. Doesn't mean you have to have an illegal motion on every play. It's 1st and 15. And the Apaches behind the chains on a first down play.
Starting to get a little flag happy here, winding down the first half of play. But the Apaches cannot afford to have that happen. They have not been able to overcome those penalties here in the first half.
Had a bunch of drops today, too. Receivers not being able to catch the football. No Ryan Parker and no deep threat for Tyler.
It looks a lot like it did last week. We weren't there, but based on what I read, this is kind of what it looked like last week.
In the rain. First down and 15 at the 50-yard line. Hand off to Hayden Cole. Cole doesn't get much. He picks up 3, got it on his own. There wasn't much there, and he manages to bulldoze off right tackle. For about 3 yards, Walker and Copeland make the tackle. That'll make it a 2nd and 12.
Tough to run against this defense. Really tough to run for either of these offense today, but the Apaches are not showing any urgency as the clock winds down.
They're about at 1:44 to go, and no urgency by Tyler Junior College. 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line. And pump fake. Looking to throw the deep ball down the near side. He's got Murray open, and he overthrows him. My goodness, Murray was wide open. That should have been 6. Copeland's been off all day long. Murray was open. That should have been a touchdown on a dry day with Ryan Parker running downfield. Probably is a touchdown, but it's 3rd down and 12, and the Apaches, they just missed a golden chance.
Copeland is just, as you mentioned, off the mark. He's been high on most of his passes. This one, however, was underthrown.
Yeah, actually low and left. I said overthrown. Actually, it was off the mark to the left. And Murray just had a touchdown there, and they just didn't get it. It's a 3rd and 12, and the Apaches in danger of blowing this opportunity. Cole in motion. Here comes the blitz. Copeland steps up, and he'll be sacked. And Tyler just blew a first down at the 45-yard line with a penalty and then a 3-and-out. And the Apaches are just not able to get anything done offensively. The points that have been produced today, the defense has given it to them. The Apaches have just been awful in the first half on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, again, they've got to do what Copeland has been pretty good at, and it's step up in the pocket and run, or throw short passes downfield. Throw out the screen plays. Those haven't worked. I know every now and then you got to run the football to keep the defense honest, but Copeland has to take over with his feet and throw short passes downfield.
Well, 1:26 left. Navarro still has 2 timeouts left. Now they want the ball. Or they're going to go after Duran. They've already blocked one today. No reason to think they won't go after one here.
No, I've been close on several others.
And the Apaches were up 10-3. It's 10-10. And Navarro's about to get the ball back, and don't assume anything with $1:26 left and the rain coming down hard again.
Actually, several punts here. So lining up to kick their 8th or punt their 8th time today.
At the 35-yard line to kick it away. They need a good snap. They need a good kick. Snap the ball low. Durant has to chase it back to the 30. He's in all kinds of trouble. at the 35-yard line. Can he get it away? He's going to kick that away, and that's a dandy. It goes downfield and bounces at the 25 and rolls dead inside the 10-yard line. That was an awful snap that Durant chased all the way back to the 25-yard line, had the presence of mind to pick it up, run with it, and rugby punt it downfield, and got a great kick that dies at the 6-yard line. That might be the play of the day.
So far it is. That's a heck of a play by Durant. Not to panic. He actually took off with it. Thought he was going to try to keep it, but got off a great punt. That's a nice job by Durant.
Just an awful snap by the Tyler Apaches, again with a wet ball, and it bounced back there to Luis Duran. But, boy, the young former Cujo Lion from JT did a great job to pick it up, run with it, rugby punt it downfield. First down, Navarro at their own 6-yard line, hand it to Cleveland. Near side cuts upfield and is knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line by the Apaches. Picked up 9 yards, 1:01 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, that was actually the Apaches' 7th punt of the first half. That's a nice job by McGinney trying to strip that football out of there.
They mark him at the 16. That'll be a first down. So they give him a first down. It was a generous spot. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Bubble screen, Calvin Jones. Near side, Nate Jones trips him up after a short gain, but he got out of bounds. 57 seconds left to play. After a gain of about a yard, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Oh, well played by the Apache defense there. Simply, obviously, they don't want to give up the big play.
2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line. 1 back, 4 wide set. Fake the hand. No, they do hand it off to Cleveland. He's in some trouble, and he is nailed back to the 16-yard line. Tyler had Laurent Shaw there who can slow him down along with Josh Wheeler, and then 2 Apaches clean up. Samari Wright, one of them, and the Apaches will take their final timeout. With 52 seconds left, they want the ball back.
And they have a shot. They get a stop here, they will get the ball back. Now, what they do with it is another issue. They've got to make something happen offensively.
Haven't done much today offensively. It'll be 3rd down and 9 coming up. And again, the Bulldogs. Was that Tyler's final timeout?
That was their final timeout. It should have been.
Scoreboard has not put that up yet, but I think it should be Tyler's final timeout. With 52 seconds left. So the Bulldogs huddle across the way, talk it over, make sure that they don't give Tyler anything. If they're not going to get anything, at least from their point of view, they don't want to give the Apaches anything just before halftime.
Well, we'll see if the Apaches can make a stop here and force a punt.
3rd and 9, Tyler's out of timeouts. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Isidore out of the shotgun. Snap, keep it on the ground, hand the football off to Marcus Anderson. He's upfield of the 25, short of the first down. And with 44 seconds, 43 seconds, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, he nearly got the
first down. It'll be 4th and 1 at the 25-yard line. Down to 32. The clock says 28 on the play clock, so about 3 seconds difference. So the Apaches will have time maybe to fair catch the punt, run one play, or maybe set up a punt return.
Yeah, or set up a punt block, try to go after it.
Yeah, try to go after it. As the play clock winds down to 12, down to 11. We'll visit with TJC Athletic Director Tim Drain coming up at halftime. Should be a shorter than usual halftime because of the rain. Down to 1 timeout, the timeout called by the Navarro Bulldogs with 5 seconds left, so they'll have time to kick it away, Kevin. And again, the Apaches can do one of 2 things. They can either go for the block. The clock will start once the ball is in the air, so they really wouldn't have time. They wouldn't have time to fair catch, run a play. They'll probably have to either go for the punt block or try to get a punt return.
Yeah, and that's this will be the last play either way, unless there's a penalty. And of course, that's not out of the question. But the Apaches they've missed a few opportunities here in the first half. But it's a tie ball game, so plenty of football left to be played.
Boy, you got to give these hardy fans a hand, the ones that have come out today, including the Apache Bells and members of the band, not the entire band, but members of the band today for both schools. Navarro even has some band members here today, making a little noise. It's not the normal crowd that a Tyler Apache game would draw with Navarro, but there are some folks here today, and they have pretty much sat through a wet afternoon.
Yeah, under the circumstances, it's actually a pretty good atmosphere for a game that's a junior college football game on a Sunday when there's a lot of pro football going on. The Cowboys are playing. It's actually pretty good atmosphere.
All right, so it'll be a 4th and 1, and again following the Navarro timeout. I'm sure the Bulldogs want to make sure. My guess is, in my opinion, they don't even snap it to the punter.
Yeah, you might be right.
You know, they take a knee out of timeout. I wouldn't even chance it.
And they took 2 seconds off the clock, so now it's 3 instead of 5.
Yeah, you don't snap it to the punter. The quarterback takes a snap, takes a knee, right?
Sounds right. Sounds like that's exactly what they're going to do here. The punter, or make that the quarterback, is coming back out. Probably have him just run around, take a couple of steps backwards.
Just take a knee. Devin Isidore is out there. The punter is not. And now Navarro will take another timeout with 3 seconds left.
Yeah, they want to make sure they get this right, because if he takes a knee, the clock stops on a change of possession. So you can't just take a knee. You got to make sure you run out those 3 seconds. So I expect him to take a couple of steps and then maybe take a knee.
This game is moving along, and now it's become a typical junior college game.
It's kind of been that way. Even when we get a fast-paced game at this level, somehow it gets bogged down.
Penalties generally bog these games down because there's some real mouth breathers out there. Some of the decision making that goes on in these games, you know, you're going, really? I mean,
yeah, we've seen that a lot now. The Apaches, you know, there've been some pushing and shoving throughout the first half. Apaches have to be careful in that area. But otherwise, you know, we've had our share of penalties.
Yes, we have. All right, it's a 10-10 ball game, late second quarter. And Navarro does send. They've got a deep safety back there, but they're going to snap it to the quarterback, and he's going to fade back and take it on the ground at the 16-yard line, and it'll be halftime. We reach halftime. This junior college playoff game here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Tyler 10, Navarro 10 in the rain on ESPN East Texas, 92.1 FM.
Here's how it goes. You're born, you grow, and grow a little more. You start school. You crush on the cutest girl in class. You're starting to love math. On to high school. It's a whole new ballgame. Here's how it goes. You're born, you grow, and grow a little more. You start school. You crush on the cutest girl in class. You're starting to love math. On to high school. It's a whole new ballgame. You win some awards. You get your heart broken. Prom, yearbook photos, high school, check. Now what? Here's a suggestion. Tyler Junior College. It's 2 years you'll never forget. It's challenging. It won't bury you in debt. It opens the door to every possibility. Tyler Junior College. You're ready for this. Learn more at tjc.edu.
College Books is your off-campus store for your on-campus needs. Attention Tyler Junior College students and fans. College Books now has TJC logoed Hurley sportswear and TJC Nike sports shorts. Show your Apache spirit anywhere from Hurley and Nike and even TJC flip-flops. College Books has new, used, and rental textbooks, all your school supplies, and TJC sportswear including Nike and Hurley. At College Books, 1232 East 5th Street, next to TJC. College Books.
It's hunting season, and East Texans especially look forward to deer season. Hunters, as you continue to enjoy the most exciting time of the year, remember East Texas Seed Company. Keep your lease ready with a 50-pound bag of East Texas Seed Company's reclaimed deer corn. East Texas Seed Company's deer corn is better than what you'll find in most stores because it's double cleaned to prevent cob parts and other inert matter from clogging up your feeder. If the feeder's not working because of dirty corn, the deer will stay away from your stand. And remember, it's a 50, not a 40-pound bag. East Texas Seed Company also stocks Boss Buck feeders and deer stands. It's all there and ready to get you prepared for hunting season. Since 1951, East Texas Seed Company has served the agricultural seed needs of an East Texas region that is as diversified in farming and ranching as any other in the nation. They're located off Commerce Street in Tyler and on the web at easttexasseedcompany.com. It's football time at the Republic Ice House.
I do not know how Des Bryant accomplished that physical feat.
Fun, food, music, and sports. It
The best little ice house in Texas.
The Republic Ice House on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler is the place to meet after your favorite high school football game on Friday night, for watching college football on Saturday and the Cowboys on Sunday.
Touchdown!
The Republic Ice House is the perfect place for fantasy football leagues in a private room. The kitchen stays open until closing every day. You'll love their burgers, thin crust pizza, wings, chicken fried steak, shrimp and tacos. There's daily lunch and chef specials.
My goodness!
And you'll find locally brewed beers and the largest giant HD TV screen in East Texas. Bring your college buddies to the Republic Ice House, and they'll find your game on one of their many TVs.
Bryce Petty to Corey Coleman.
The Republic Ice House. It's your football stop on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Bill Coates and Kevin Simon back at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. A rainy day for the Southwest Junior College Football Conference playoff game between Tyler and Navarro. At halftime, we're tied at 10. The Apaches and the Bulldogs both struggling offensively. Navarro has kicked a 24-yard field goal. Tyler's kicked a 34-yard field goal. Tyler's only touchdown came late in the second quarter on a Samari Wright interception return from 25 yards out. But Navarro counterpunched less than 20 seconds later when one of the Tyler DBs fell down, and Devin Isidore hit Del Michael high for a 73-yard touchdown pass. But the Apaches and the Bulldogs still have another 2 quarters to play. Winner to play Kilgore for the conference title coming up next week. At halftime, Tyler 10 and Navarro 10 here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Coming up, we'll visit with Apaches athletic director Tim Drain on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
This is you. You love helping people. Whether it's taking vitals, jotting down symptoms, getting physical, you like the thought of it all. At Tyler Junior College, we just built a $50 million nursing and health sciences center. We have simulation laboratories, technology-enhanced classrooms, new equipment, and even a community clinic where you can get hands-on experience. This is big, very big. And it's only the beginning. Tyler Junior College, School of Nursing and Health Sciences. We're ready for you.
Hi, John Bass from Major's Pharmacy. Woo, son, come see us at Major's Pharmacy, because, brother, they got it all. When you don't feel well and need a prescription filled quickly, the chain pharmacies will make you wait. Major's Pharmacy won't. Bring your prescription to Major's Pharmacy, and in most cases, they'll fill it and have you on your way in 15 minutes or less. Major's Pharmacy accepts most major insurance plans. Major's Pharmacy, South Broadway at Shelley Drive, across from Wagner Cadillac, and online at majorspharmacy.com.
You've heard me say for years that Tyler Ford is the real deal. Well, what that means is you know what to expect when you step onto the lot at Tyler Ford. And it's not just some meaningless slogan. It's a series of promises that we make to our customers. And one is consistency. If you visit our parts department, service or body shop, or new or used sales departments, our promise to you is that you'll be treated right. And it's gonna be that way from the very beginning and throughout your entire ownership experience. That's why we have so many repeat customers. We know there are a lot of small town dealers that want to sell you a Ford, but there's so much more to it than that. Our investment in inventory and service equipment is really an investment in our customers. We'd like for you to see for yourself that buying a vehicle from Tyler Ford is just the beginning of what we hope will be a long relationship. And our daily commitment is to you, our customer. I'm David Irwin, we're Tyler Ford, and we are the real deal.
2 presidents ago, having 3,000 songs in the palm of your hand was pure science fiction. A decade ago, there was no such thing as a smartphone. Technology is advancing at a pace never before seen, and when it comes to your car or truck, the pace is no different. High-strength steel, aluminum alloy, backup cameras, lane sensing devices, and automated drive capability are all things we expect to see in movies. Yet those technologies are in the vehicles we drive right now. So when your vehicle is damaged in an accident, the repair facility you choose needs to have made the choice to keep pace with this advancing technology. Davis Green Paint and Body has made that choice. Davis Green has not only kept up with the latest automotive technology, they've led the way. At Davis Green, your vehicle receives the highest level of collision repair expertise available anywhere. All of this, plus Davis Green's reputation for personal service and customer care. Davis Green Paint and Body, family owned for 3 generations. Online at davis-green.com. Davis Green, you're driving home their reputation.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Back on this afternoon's halftime show, it's a Sunday afternoon TJC playoff game against Navarro, and Apache's athletic director, Tim Drain, is with us. Tim, it's odd to be here this afternoon, but the rain has kind of played havoc with all of the football lately. But, again, you had that opportunity, and you were able to make the decision pretty early on Friday afternoon to get this done, weren't you?
We did. Honestly, I was on the phone with Greg Priest and Roy Montgomery over at Navarro a majority of Friday morning, and what we wanted to avoid, to be honest, was having to sit around to see whether the Lee-Rockwall game would happen. At one point, it sounded like Lee was going to try to go up there and wait it out, and that was our the worst-case scenario was that would happen, and then maybe a lightning strike after 9:30, and so Rourke and I decided let's just set a plan and we'll go with it. We're bad weather predictors because obviously we could have played it, but. It at least let both teams not have to worry about things, and in all honesty, it let Navarro try to get buses and all that fun stuff. Because if we had called them at 10 o'clock that night and said we had to push to Sunday, it would have been awful difficult. So we're not good weather predictors, but I am actually glad we went ahead and did it, and this made life a little easier anyway.
And Kilgore's win yesterday over Trinity Valley means that if the Apaches win today and beat Navarro, you get to host the conference championship game next week, right?
Whoever wins between Tyler and Navarro will host. It's whoever wins will be higher than Kilgore's number 4 seed. So kudos to Kilgore. I would not have predicted that. 3 defensive touchdowns. They were all pick sixes, and credit to Kilgore and J.J. Eckert and his staff. I thought they were completely out. They had a bad loss to Cisco, a pretty convincing loss, and I thought their season was over. I told Jimmy Reeves, I talked to him yesterday after the game, and I told him congrats. That's an unbelievable turnaround. They've had a run. So you've been in this league long enough. I'm going to get out of the predicting business. Can't predict the weather. Can't predict that game. Crazy game, but you're exactly right. Whoever wins Tyler Navarro will host that next week.
Tim Drain, TJC Athletic Director, is with us at halftime. The Apache men's and women's soccer teams both yesterday won regional championships.
That is correct. It's our women will actually host the district tournament. So Friday and Saturday we will host. We know Hill College won, so they'll be here. Navarro is the runner-up in our region. They will be here. And we're awaiting the Oklahoma winner, and they'll be down here. So we'll host that. Meanwhile, our men will travel to Mississippi. So we go there as the region winner. Paris and San Jack are playing, and they'll also advance to Mississippi. And the winner out of that tournament advances to nationals. And same thing with us. Winner of our district tournament on the women's side advances to nationals. So very good. And then volleyball, we won our side of the region anyway, the North Zone, and we host the region tournament next week as well. So it is the crazy time of year. I told Holly, my wife, it's always this time of year that I tell her I'll see you at Thanksgiving. So it's an exciting time.
And basketball, the men won on Friday and Saturday in the Jimmy Butler Classic. The men's team's off to a 2-0 start, and the Tyler women play at home on Tuesday night. Am I right about that?
That is correct, yes. And then we've got Tuesday, and the men will be on the road in a tournament they usually host, but I think they're going to swap with Kilgore this year. So it is literally everybody going at it. So it's exciting. It's the you got volleyball, soccer, and football winding down. You got basketball starting up, and tennis and golf still going at it. Baseball and softball ready to play. So fun times, no doubt.
Assuming an Apache win, if they can win this afternoon, do you know when you would play the championship game next week?
We actually, when Kilgore won, you always got to be prepared. So I've been visiting with Greg Priest over there at TISD, trying to find out Rose Stadium's availability. Obviously, high school games, we're okay. They're not in the playoffs yet. And we've just got to make sure. We're not sure if anybody else has it scheduled. He's going to check on that on Monday. But it'd be a great problem to have, I promise you. Navarro's awful tough. I respect their program. And we had a good time the first time with them. But as I've said earlier with the weather and the Kilgore game, I'm not going to predict anything.
All right. Okay. Tim, appreciate it. We'll see you later. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Thank you for all you do.
Tim Drain, Athletic Director, Tyler Junior College halftime show continues after this timeout.
Here's how it goes. You're born, you grow, and grow a little more. You start school. You crush on the cutest girl in class. You're starting to love math. On to high school. It's a whole new ballgame. You win some awards. You get your heart broken. Prom, yearbook photos, high school, check. Now what? Here's a suggestion. Tyler Junior College. It's 2 years you'll never forget. It's challenging. It won't bury you in debt. It opens the door to every possibility. Tyler Junior College. You're ready for this. Learn more at tjc.edu.
It's football time at the Republic Ice House.
I do not know how Des Bryant accomplished that physical feat.
Fun, food, music, and sports.
It's the best little ice house in Texas.
The Republic Ice House on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler is the place to meet after your favorite high school football game on Friday night, for watching college football on Saturday and the Cowboys on Sunday.
Touchdown!
The Republic Ice House is the perfect place for fantasy football leagues in a private room. The kitchen stays open until closing every day. You'll love their burgers, thin crust pizza, wings, chicken fried steak, shrimp, and tacos. There's daily lunch and chef specials.
My goodness!
And you'll find locally brewed beers and the largest giant HD TV screen in East Texas. Bring your college buddies to the Republic Ice House, and they'll find your game on one of their many TVs.
Bryce Petty to Corey Coleman.
The Republic Ice House. It's your football stop on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler. It's hunting season, and East Texans especially look forward to deer season. Hunters, as you continue to enjoy the most exciting time of the year, remember East Texas Seed Company. Keep your lease ready with a 50-pound bag of East Texas Seed Company's reclaimed deer corn. East Texas Seed Company's deer corn is better than what you'll find in most stores because it's double cleaned to prevent cob parts and other inert matter from clogging up your feeder. If the feeder's not working because of dirty corn, the deer will stay away from your stand. And remember, it's a 50, not a 40-pound bag. East Texas Seed Company also stocks Boss Buck feeders and deer stands. It's all there and ready to get you prepared for hunting season. Since 1951, East Texas Seed Company has served the agricultural seed needs of an East Texas region that is as diversified in farming and ranching as any other in the nation. They're located off Commerce Street in Tyler and on the web at easttexasseedcompany.com.
College Books is your off-campus store for your on-campus needs. Attention Tyler Junior College students and fans. College Books now has TJC logoed Hurley sportswear and TJC Nike sports shorts. Show your Apache spirit anywhere from Hurley and Nike and even TJC flip-flops. College Books has new, used, and rental textbooks, all your school supplies, and TJC sportswear including Nike and Hurley. At College Books, 1232 East 5th Street, next to TJC. College Books.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Bill Coates and Kevin Simon back at a rainy Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, a Southwest Junior College Football Conference semifinal playoff game scheduled for 3 o'clock yesterday, moved because of the weather. It's a 10-10 score at halftime between Tyler Junior College and Navarro.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on the offensive side of the ball, as you can imagine. All the leading stat leaders are on the Navarro side. Isidore, the quarterback, is 9 of 22. Only 40% of his passes completed. 1 touchdown, 1 interception for 168 yards. Copeland is only 7 of 21. That's 33%. He's only passed for 67 yards. High has caught 5 passes for 133 and a touchdown. Cleveland has rushed 13 times for 33, and Cole, the leading receiver for the Apaches, 2 catches, 20 yards.
Where did the Navarro band go?
They left. They went home.
Did they really?
I don't know.
I'm wondering. They were here.
Yeah, they might have. Yeah.
Now they're not sitting over there. The Tyler band is still here. Surely they didn't go home.
I don't.
On the
I
other hand, maybe they did.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming down right now. It's coming down pretty good.
The Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle leads 10-6 in the second quarter. That game's on a drive field. Cowboys can't score. The third quarter, the Raiders lead the Jets 27-6. Tonight, Green Bay and Denver. Finals today in the National Football League. Kansas City routed Detroit 45-10. Tampa upset Atlanta 23-20. Way to go, Lovie Smith. Arizona beat Cleveland today 34-20. Cincinnati beat Pittsburgh 16-10. The Saints outlasted the Giants 52-49 in the NFC least. The St. Louis Cardinals beat the San Francisco 49ers 27-6. Minnesota knocked off Chicago 23-20. It was Baltimore 29, San Diego 26, and the Houston Texans get a win, 20-6 over the Tennessee Titans today. Indiana plays at Carolina in the Monday Night Football game. And Game 5 of the World Series coming up tonight here on ESPN East Texas. Following this game, Kansas City at New York. The Royals have a chance to win the World Series tonight. They're up 3-1 in that best-of-7. Second half between the Apaches and the Navarro Bulldogs coming up on ESPN East Texas, 92.1 FM.
This is you. You love helping people. Whether it's taking vitals, jotting down symptoms, getting physical, you like the thought of it all. At Tyler Junior College, we just built a $50 million nursing and health sciences center. We have simulation laboratories, technology-enhanced classrooms, new equipment, and even a community clinic where you can get hands-on experience. This is big, very big. And it's only the beginning. Tyler Junior College, School of Nursing and Health Sciences. We're ready for you.
Since 1977, animal lovers have been getting the best help for their pets and livestock from Doctors Mike Williams and Marcus Alexander at North Tyler Veterinary Clinic. Get your pet preventative care, like heartworm treatment and annual rabies vaccinations. Call 595-3631 for an appointment. You can call for emergencies or mobile ranch service, too. At North Tyler Veterinary Clinic, Highway 271 and the Loop in Tyler, proud sponsors of today's game.
Looking for a way to put more in your day? You can stop now. For a quarter pound of sizzling hot, ready or not, look what I got. DQ Hunger Buster. This is where we stop in Texas. Looking for the perfect size dessert? Well, you can stop now. After every taco, Hunger Buster, and country basket, finish with the perfect size blizzard. DQ, this is where we stop in Texas.
Hi, John Bass from Major's Pharmacy. Woo, son, come see us at Major's Pharmacy, because, brother, they got it all. When you don't feel well and need a prescription filled quickly, the chain pharmacies will make you wait. Major's Pharmacy won't. Bring your prescription to Major's Pharmacy, and in most cases, they'll fill it and have you on your way in 15 minutes or less. Major's Pharmacy accepts most major insurance plans. Major's Pharmacy, South Broadway at Shelley Drive, across from Wagner Cadillac, and online at majorspharmacy.com.
You've heard me say for years that Tyler Ford is the real deal. What that means is you know exactly what to expect when you step on the lot at Tyler Ford. And it's not just a meaningless slogan. It's a series of promises that we make to our customers. One of those is integrity over gimmicks. That means we'll be here with great deals when you're ready. You hear it all the time. There's never been a better time to buy. Well, what that really means is there's never been a better time for some dealer to sell. Well, buying a car isn't some knee-jerk reaction. In fact, it's the second largest purchase most people will make in their lifetime. I told a customer recently that they'd be better off keeping their vehicle for another year before they bought a new one. And they said we're the only dealership that has ever told them that, and they appreciate the honesty. So what happens a year from now? We'll be here. And when they're ready to buy, it'll be the right time for them. And that's our promise to you. I'm David Irwin. We're Tyler Ford, and we are the real deal.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Bill Coates and Kevin Simon, as the two teams start to head out of the locker room to resume this game. It is raining here again at the stadium. It rained very hard right about kickoff time for about the first half of the first quarter. Let up a little, quit for a few minutes, but it's raining again. The Navarro band has apparently vacated the premises.
Yeah, I can't blame them in this torrential downpour. Just sitting in rain. And
I'm sure it's hard on their musical instruments, too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And the Apache Bells were here for the first half, but I think they may have headed out, although we're not sure. We won't assume that. The Apache band, not the entire band, but again, a portion of the band braving the weather today, and Slickers and trying to add a little bit of support for their football team, trying to win this conference semifinal game. And it was kind of an ugly, in many ways, ugly first half, especially for the offenses. We're tied at 10. Tyler's only score was a 26-yard Samari Wright pick six, a Luis Duran field goal. Connor Heath is warming up down there on the sideline. I'm not sure whether we'll see the freshman from Pearland.
Well, just as importantly, I have not seen Copeland come out of the locker room, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Well, I tell you, the Apaches have had such big stats this year, but we all know that when in crunch time, sometimes the offense, depending on the weather, there are all kinds of circumstances that can affect offensive football. But if you play good defense, that generally travels. You generally get it on a rainy day, a sunny day, and the Apaches have stayed in this football game because their defense has played well.
The defense had an outstanding first half. Aside from the one play that the defensive back slipped down, they didn't give up much. But and Navarro's defense has been very good. The Apaches really offensively had the one field goal to account for, but that's about it.
Well, I'm not sure what to expect in the second half, but we do know that the hitting was good in the first half, and this has been a competitive game between two old rivals on Highway 31. In fact, the entire Southwest Junior College Football Conference playoffs this year was an all Highway 31 affair. Kilgore against Trinity Valley, Tyler against Navarro. And that will be the way the finals are next week, depending on who makes it. Either Tyler or Navarro will host Kilgore coming up next weekend for the championship. Tyler teed up the 35-yard line, and we're set to play the second half of this game today. Duran approaches the ball, kicks it away. High but returnable, taken at the 8-yard line by Navarro at the 20. Upfield, getting to the outside near the 24-yard line and knocked down there. Big hit at the end of that play by the Tyler Apaches. Coverage downfield by Tyler Junior College Solomon McGinty, along with TJC linebacker number 14 Trey Crawford in on that play. So they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard.
The return man dropped the ball at the end of the run, but he was able to fall back on it. Pretty good kick coverage by the Apaches. Now they got to get the clock fixed. It's 75 minutes showing on the clock.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't want to stay here for 75 minutes of football. They're not. Neither team's playing well enough to
No, this
that.
game hadn't been all that great to want extra time.
So, and the score is 75-4 Tyler right
Yeah,
now.
that's okay.
I'm guessing that there may be, it might have been a little bit of an electrical glitch, although we've not seen any lightning here today, and that's what stops games. It's not rain. Somebody please tell that to the high school football coaches, that rain doesn't stop games.
Right.
It's
you don't
lightning.
get rainouts, right.
This is not baseball. That's been sort of the norm in high school football the last 2 weeks, although I think there's a little politicking going in there too. I think these coaches trying to one-up each other to see who travels and, who gets on the bus and what happens at the end of that. But Navarro got on the bus to come over here today, and in the rain, we start the third quarter in a 10-10 ball game. Isidore out of the shotgun. Far side to short side, going right to left, hand the ball off to Josh Cleveland, and he's got a big hole, and it's a foot race, and they won't catch him. Josh Cleveland's going to score on the first play of the second half, and that's trouble for Tyler Junior College. Cleveland goes 77 yards, and Navarro takes the lead.
Well, it's a bad start. We just talked about how great the Apache defense played in the first half, and then the opening possession for the Bulldogs. They score on the first play.
Well, I have believed from the get-go today that Tyler was asking for it, but no offense. They've had 2 turnovers and a block punt today, and they're just flirting with it, and they give up a 77-yard run by Josh Cleveland on the first play from scrimmage in the second half, and they fall behind 16-10.
Well, they didn't come out ready to play, and that's a nice job by Navarro.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. And with 14:39 to go in the third quarter, Navarro takes a 17-10 lead on ESPN East Texas, 92.1 FM.
Here's how it goes. You're born, you grow, and grow a little more. You start school. You crush on the cutest girl in class. You're starting to love math. On to high school. It's a whole new ball game. You win some awards. You get your heart broken. Prom, yearbook photos, high school, check. Now what? Here's a suggestion. Tyler Junior College. It's 2 years you'll never forget. It's challenging. It won't bury you in debt. It opens the door to every possibility. Tyler Junior College. You're ready for this. Learn more at tjc.edu.
College Books is your off-campus store for your on-campus needs. Attention Tyler Junior College students and fans. College Books now has TJC logoed Hurley sportswear and TJC Nike sports shorts. Show your Apache spirit anywhere from Hurley and Nike and even TJC flip-flops. College Books has new, used, and rental textbooks, all your school supplies, and TJC sportswear including Nike and Hurley. At College Books, 1232 East 5th Street, next to TJC. College Books.
ESPN 92.1 FM. You're listening to ESPN East Texas. KRWI Tyler. Mike and Mike. Mornings 5 till 9. ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
Navarro has a 17-10 lead. The ball is loose at the 20-yard line, picked up by Kobe Caraway. All the way back at the 17-yard line and surrounded. They let that ball bounce, and they're lucky to get it back. Tyler has struggled doing that all year long. They have almost idiotically let kickoffs bounce on short pooch kicks, and that one almost cost them big. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, across the field, and that's our first special teams penalty of the second half. I think they did reach the quote of the two in the first half. I think it's against the Apaches, probably an illegal block.
Yeah. Well, Connor Heath's going to start the second half at quarterback. Not sure what happened to Copeland, and a legal block against Tyler, so they're going to start inside their own 10-yard line. Again, I'm telling you, this is a recipe for how to lose a home football game right here. They're writing a recipe. The special teams mistakes, 2 turnovers, a block punt. Just gave up a 77-yard run by Cleveland. They start at their own 9-yard line. Heath out of the shotgun, hands the football off, nothing. At the 10-yard line, maybe a yard. That time on the running play by Tyler's Ken Burks. Between the tackles.
No, they haven't been able to do much offensively. And again, what I thought they needed to do in the first half is throw short passes downfield and let turn Copeland loose on the ground, but he's not in there.
Well, Kilgore kicked their butts last week offensively, and now Navarro's doing the same thing. First, 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line. Play action. Heath, pump fake upfield, way behind C.J. Thomas, who broke upfield. The ball wound up bouncing at the 20-yard line. The Apaches are totally out of sync offensively right now, 3rd and 9.
Well, and flat. They didn't come out of the halftime with a lot of energy in a 10-10 ball game. Navarro's got a lot of energy on their sideline, and they're off to a good start here in the second half.
Yeah, 3rd and 9. And again, with Cedarian Copeland not only not in the game, but not even on the sideline right now.
Interesting to know what happened to him.
Yeah, really. 3rd and 9 at the 10-yard line. Out of the shotgun, back to pass Heath. Throw it upfield, completes the pass to Rollison. He's hit up to the 20-yard line and may have a first down. Sliding out of the formation that time, Rollison made the catch and got a first down for the Apaches near the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a huge play and a huge first down. Again, the Apaches weren't doing much on either side of the ball. That's a huge first down.
And again, with the rain coming down, first down Apaches at their own 21. 1 back, 4 wide set. In the backfield, Hayden Cole. Hand the ball off to Cole, and he's got running room. Cole found a hole off right tackle and squirts upfield to the 28, maybe the 29, possibly the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down just outside the 28-yard line, but that's a 7-yard run on first down.
That's great yardage on first down. That's what the Apaches need.
Well, they need to run the ball. If they can't throw it, be able to pound the ball. They've got the guys to do it. We've not seen Taylor or Kiki Johnson today, so I guess they're not available. Hand the ball off to Burks. Burks pounces to the 30-yard line and close to a first down. Needed 3, got at least 2.5. Depending on where they mark him, I think they're going to mark him right at the 31-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and short for the Tyler Apaches. And for the first time today, we see Kiki Johnson, the big freshman from Bryant.
Yeah, he's a short yardage guy, big guy.
And it's a 3rd down and short, just inches, just inside the 31-yard line. From their own 31, Tyler with the ball, hand the ball off to Johnson. Oh, he's hit in the backfield. He didn't get it. It'll be 4th down. Well, Navarro just almost swallowed him up in the backfield. He managed to get back to the line of scrimmage, but Tyler faces a 4th down. And Kiki Johnson, a little bit timid as he got to the line of scrimmage that time. It had no blocking. It's 4th down for the Apaches.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. You got 3rd and short, and you're a big guy. You got to lower your head and make your own hole, and he didn't do that. He kind of tap danced to the line of scrimmage. Looks like the Apaches looks like they're going to keep the offense out here.
The Apaches are going to go for it. I think Danny Palmer senses that now they send Duran out there.
Well, Navarro thinks that the punt team is coming out. Now the Apaches send the punt unit out.
Yeah, Danny, I think, thought about it, and it looked for a moment like Tyler might go for it. Did they call timeout?
Looks like they called a timeout.
Yeah, they're still arguing about it. With the rain coming down, timeout at 11:56 in the 3rd. We'll take a 30-second break. 10-10, ESPN, 17-10 Navarro on ESPN East Texas, 92.1 FM.
Here's how it goes. You're born, you grow, and grow a little more. You start school. You crush on the cutest girl in class. You're starting to love math. On to high school. It's a whole new ballgame. You win some awards. You get your heart broken. Prom, yearbook photos, high school, check. Now what? Here's a suggestion. Tyler Junior College. It's 2 years you'll never forget. It's challenging. It won't bury you in debt. It opens the door to every possibility. Tyler Junior College. You're ready for this. Learn more at tjc.edu.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
TJC on a 4th down and 1. Quarterback sneak. They go for it, and Connor Heath off left tackle may have the first down. I think he does. Boy, that was a gamble. The Apaches called timeout, trailing 17-10 with the ball at their own 30-yard line. Called timeout and went for it in their own territory, and they get 2.5 yards and a first down. They go with an I formation. They put a man in motion on a 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Pounded left to Burks for maybe a yard, as the Apache offensive line just getting whipped today. And that's kind of been unusual. Tyler has been good this year, but they're getting whipped at the line of scrimmage, and that will be a 2nd and 9, and there's an injured Apache offensive lineman at the end of that play.
Yeah, the Apaches, again, have struggled to run the football tonight. They've lined up on back-to-back plays in an I formation. I don't think they can live that way. You know, you might get a couple of yards here and there, but I don't think you can run against this defense and power yourself to first downs.
John Aguilar shaken up on that play after a 2-yard gain. So the Apaches are going to bring a backup center in. Brandon Upshaw is going to move over to center on a 2nd and 8 at the 35. Snap it to Heath. Throws the ball upfield to Nate Crouch. He caught the ball and was hit immediately at the 38-yard line. Picked up about 4 yards. You'll take whatever you can get. At this point, Aaron Brown comes up and makes the tackle. So Tyler will face a 3rd down and about 4.5.
Yeah, and it is tough to throw the football in this weather, and right now we're getting the hardest rain we've seen today, so it's really tough now.
3rd and 5. Tyler at their own 38-yard line. Navarro with the lead. Tyler with the ball, and they're struggling. 3 receivers split wide to the near side from the near hash. Cole in the backfield. Connor Heath takes the snap. Pump fake. He's going to try to run with it, and there's nothing doing. He ain't Sedarian Copeland. He picks up a yard and gets buried under a wave of white shirts. Even a couple of Tyler Apaches knocked down on top of him, and Tyler's now in a 4th and 4, and they can't 4th and 3, and they can't chance that.
No, that's the dimension, as you mentioned. That's missing there. Copeland, the better runner out of the backfield, and would have a better chance to convert there on 3rd down, and he's just not able to get upfield. That's a nice job once again by the Navarro defense.
Well, that vaunted Tyler offense has gone south. Last week, they lost 23-17. They had only 10 offensive points. Deion Gennard had a 40-yard fumble return in that game, and the only touchdown today is they blocked the punt. Oh, they just smothered it, and they're going to have the football inside the 10-yard line. Check that, inside the 15-yard line. And the Navarro Bulldogs blocked a second TJC Luis Duran punt of the afternoon. They've got the ball at the 11-yard line.
Well, we said it was coming. They already blocked one. This one was clearly blocked, as you said early in the first half. You said
they've been asking for it all day.
They've been getting close, a couple of missed opportunities, but this time they smothered it. And that's an easy block, and the Apaches, well, they're not doing anything. They don't have any energy on the sideline. There's nothing going on right now.
Nope, nothing going on with the Apaches right now. They're on the brink of giving this game away. They've already had 2 punt blocks, and then there was that bad snap to Duran that he had to chase back, and he actually made a great play to kick the football away, but it'll be Navarro's football. What are they talking about?
I didn't see a penalty flag. Not sure what there's an unsportsmanlike
against
TJC, I guess.
Or a sideline warning. May have been a sideline warning.
Maybe a sideline warning.
Yeah, no yardage being marked off, so a sideline warning against each team. Bulldogs have the ball at the 11-yard line. They score here, take a 2-score lead. I don't think Tyler comes back from this.
No, it's amazing because the Apaches in the first half was threatening to get a 2-score lead, and that went away.
Well, they are marking it up.
Yeah.
Okay, it was an unsportsmanlike against Navarro, and he'll go back to the 26-yard line. Aren't you just amazed at the idiocy of some of the
plays
in this
league? Throughout the season. We've seen it a couple of big times with Navarro, where they've made
they had the ball at the 11-yard line, and either a celebration penalty or an unsportsmanlike. Now they've got the ball at the 26. I'm just amazed at some of the stuff you see out here. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Tyler 26-yard line following the block punt. Inside handoff to Cleveland. Oh, he's nailed at the line of scrimmage. Tyler stepping up. That time, Cleveland's first carry of the third quarter was a 77-yard run, but that time he ran right into Junior Ollie. Tyler's sophomore defensive tackle from Euless Trinity. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Well, the Apache defense has been put in some tough spots by the offense and special teams, but they've held up pretty good.
All right, 2nd and 10 at the Tyler 26-yard line. Their quarterback is Devin Isidore. Play action. He throws the fade down the far sideline. Delmichael Hyde dropped a touchdown pass. Oh, he had it at the 2-yard line on the back shoulder fade, and he just dropped the ball. Hayes' coverage wasn't bad, but man, Delmichael Hyde should have had a touchdown, and the Apaches got a break.
That's the second time that they dropped the pass when they had Hayes defending. Again, they keep attacking Hayes now. He gets a little bit of a break there. That ball should have been caught, but boy, they keep going after him.
3rd down and 10 at the Tyler 26-yard line. The Apaches blitz. Isidore is going to try the same thing, different side. Calvin Jones caught at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Over the shoulder catch. 1st and goal, Navarro. That time they burned Nate Jones.
Yeah, you can't throw it any better than that. That's just a nice pass and a great job of the receiver on this route. Nicely done.
1st and goal, Bulldogs at the 2-yard line. They're threatening to take a 14-point lead, which looks huge on a day like today with the rain coming down hard right now. They go with 2 backs, including the slot guy, Anderson. Snap the ball, Cleveland to the 2-yard line, and he is hit hard there. And the Apaches do a great job. They'll have to earn it the hard way as Tyler keeps him out of the end zone. It'll be 2nd and goal. Tackle made by several Apaches, but the last guy to pull himself up off the carpet is Tupe Sanoa. 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line for the Navarro Bulldogs. They blocked a Tyler punt, take over at the 26-yard line, and they've got 2nd and goal at the Tyler 2-yard line with 8:20 left to go in the 3rd. Navarro leading 17-10, threatening to get more. Anderson and Cleveland in the backfield. Isidore out of the shotgun. Tries Cleveland again. He pops at the 1-yard line, but can't get there. Tyler nails him inside the 1-yard line. Gennard and Sanoa teaming up.
Yeah, Sanoa made the big stick that kept him out of the end zone, but the Apaches will have to do it at least one more time. I'm not sure that this might not even be 4-down territory for Navarro.
Ball at the half-yard line is 2nd and goal inside the 3rd and goal inside the 1-yard line. They hand the ball off to Cleveland. Going left, touchdown, Navarro. They take a 13-point lead. That's going to be hard to overcome. 7:43 left, and the Apaches just gift Navarro great field position, and they get a 1-yard run from Cleveland.
Well, they're just blowing up in all phases of the game. Defense is not held up here in the second half. Offense can't get anything going, and special teams had a punt block. So, boy, it's been a bad start to the second half.
Bulldogs line up in a swinging gate formation for the extra point. Never have figured out exactly why they do that, but now they shift into the regular formation. And O'Brien will look to make this a 2-score game, and they bobble the snap. And the ball's loose on the carpet, and it will be a 13-point game. Nate Jones picks it up. You can remember run one of these back for a 2-point conversion, but he won't do that. Penalty flags all over the field. It's 23-10 after the snap was bobbled by the holder on this wet field. And O'Brien fell on it. The penalty, we're not sure who it's against.
Yeah, what a mess.
What a mess.
What a mess. The officials are going to talk it out. But the penalty flag came early. They're going to wave it off.
Going to wave it off. That's figure. 7:43 to go here in the 3rd. 23-10 Navarro on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
It's hunting season, and East Texans especially look forward to deer season. Hunters, as you continue to enjoy the most exciting time of the year, remember East Texas Seed Company. Keep your lease ready with a 50-pound bag of East Texas Seed Company's reclaimed deer corn. East Texas Seed Company's deer corn is better than what you'll find in most stores because it's double cleaned to prevent cob parts and other inert matter from clogging up your feeder. If the feeder's not working because of dirty corn, the deer deer will stay away from your stand. And remember, it's a 50, not a 40-pound bag. East Texas Seed Company also stocks Boss Buck feeders and deer stands. It's all there and ready to get you prepared for hunting season. Since 1951, East Texas Seed Company has served the agricultural seed needs of an East Texas region that is as diversified in farming and ranching as any other in the nation. They're located off Commerce Street in Tyler and on the web at easttexasseedcompany.com.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
TJC Apaches are flat today, and they're paying the price. 23-10, Navarro with a lead midway through the third quarter. Conference semifinal game. Bulldogs blocked a punt, and they punch it in from a yard out. And here's the kickoff, high and left, and the Apaches had the presence of mind to fair catch this one at the 35-yard line against Darian Copeland, not even on the sideline right now. Tyler's freshman Connor Heath is the Tyler quarterback, and they've got nothing going offensively right now. And the Navarro Bulldogs have taken advantage of a couple of Tyler mistakes today, and they now have a 2-score lead, even though that extra point snap bobbled on this wet field. They didn't get the extra point. They lead by 13.
Yeah, that last drive, 6 plays, 26 yards, 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
Heath out of the shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers set, hand it to Burks. He pops outside. This time he's got 12, 13, 14, 15. He's open 40, 35, 30, 25, 20 down to the near the 20-yard line is Ken Burks. By far the best offensive play of the day for the Tyler Apaches from his own 22 to their 22-yard line. How about that?
Yeah, well, now would be a good time for the Apaches to get going on offense. They need a touchdown here.
1st and 10, Tyler Junior College, as they get a long running play from Ken Burks. And the Apaches trying to show signs of life here offensively with 7:29 to go in the third with the rain coming down. And the ball off this time to Hayden Cole, and Cole picks up maybe 2 yards to the 20 off left tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Pearland to Pearland, a couple of high school teammates, Connor Heath and Hayden Cole teaming up there. And it'll be a 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, it's been tough to run between the tackles.
2 receivers split wide to the right side, 2 to the left. They throw it to the Savon Rollinson on the bubble screen, and he picks up 3 yards to the 17-yard line. The bubble screen has not been a big play today, but Rollinson did get positive yardage. Tyler will face a 3rd down and about 5.
Navarro has defended that play well all night long, either direction, left or right with that screen.
Buddy Tuamasaga, Tyler's used a tight end more today than they have all year long. And it still hasn't helped the run game much. Cole in the backfield, 3rd and 5. Connor Heath, pump fake, looking, throws the ball downfield, and it's dropped by C.J. Thomas. At the 10-yard line, should have made the catch. Tyler's had about 5 drops today, and Thomas just flat dropped that ball, and it'll be 4th and 5.
Yeah, got to catch it. Now, it's slippery and all of that good stuff, but you got to catch it. Got to help the quarterback out.
Yeah, that vaunted Tyler offense, and they're going to send Luis Duran out there, and I guess that's okay, but this is going to be a field goal with the rain coming down of about 34 yards. So Nate Crouch will hold. Duran already has one 34-yard kick today. This one from the right hash. Former John Tyler Lion, Luis Duran. Nate Crouch, the holder. To cut this to a 10-point ball game. Snap, hold, kick on the way. It's up, and it's no good. He missed it. They wasted that drive. 6:24 left. The Apaches miss a 34-yard field goal. And Kevin, they trail 23-10. They're running out of options and running out of time in this rain. It's just going to be hard.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's amazing how fast a season can turn around. Just a week ago, maybe a little more than a week ago, we were talking about the possibility of playing for a national championship. They lose to Kilgore, and it looks like they're well on their way to blowing this one.
Well, it's 16 years and counting since the Apaches last won a conference championship. That's too long. And Navarro takes over at the 20-yard line. They played a bunch of conference championship games. They're like 0 for 5 during that time in league championship games. From the 20-yard line, and they're losing this playoff game today. Side handoff to Isidore. Hands the ball. Marcus Anderson burrows upfield for positive yards before the Apaches bring him down. He limps off the field after a 4-yard gain to the 24-yard line.
Joshua Wheeler along with Dion Kennard with the tackle.
6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter.
Second down, 6.
Been raining all afternoon. Game should have been played yesterday, but for a variety of reasons, the Apache Athletic Office moved this game to Sunday afternoon. 2nd and 6, handoff Cleveland. Cleveland then runs into Abina Ohima. And that's a 2-yard gain, and Ohima knocks him down. He's a freshman from South Grand Prairie who had 8 sacks and 6.5 tackles for losses coming into play today. Looks like he's going to be a good hand for the Apaches next year. It'll be third down and 4.
Huge third down coming up for the Apache defense. They need stops now. Got to get that offense the ball back.
The only touchdown for Tyler today produced by the defense. Samari Wright on a pick 6. 3rd and 4 at the 26-yard line. Near side, the short side, 4 wide receiver, 1 back set. Blitz coming. Isidore in some trouble. He steps up, gets away from the rush, gets away from a second Apache, but not a third, and they nail him for no gain. And it's Wheeler again. Josh Wheeler doing a nice job that time after the first 2 waves. Had an opportunity to sack the quarterback. It'll be 4th down.
Well, that's a great job by the Apache defense. Once again, they get their job done, but the problem has been when the Apaches have the football, they'll get another opportunity here.
Well, if the Apaches can rally today, it'll be because their defense gave them an opportunity to do so. The offense, you would think at some point, has to wake up a little bit. And they have not done that today. Their running game has been very spotty. They did have the long run by Burks in the last series, but again, they have dropped too many passes today. The Apaches go for the block to get close that time. McIntosh kicks it away. Fielded by Rollison at the 35-yard line. Rollison upfield at the 45 and steps out of bounds. Near the 44 or 45-yard line. Looks like the side judge is going to say 44-yard line. So that's good field position for the Apaches. If they could make something out of it, then you would normally think that they'd be in great field position.
Yeah, that's still a lot of time left in this game, but the Apaches have to get going on offense right now.
1st and 10, Tyler Junior College at their own 44-yard line, down to 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Tyler Band and the Apache Bells, by the way, came back. They must have taken a little break to go dry off, but they're still here, hanging in. The Navarro Band left at halftime. 1st and 10, Heath looks left, throws left, finds a receiver for 5 yards. Tackled immediately over there is C.J. Thomas. He held on to that one right at midfield. That's a 6-yard gain to the 52nd down.
That's what the Apaches have to do. Those short passes downfield. Forget about those screens. They haven't worked all day.
6-yard pitch and catch. Thomas hit immediately, but it's 2nd and 4. Tyler at midfield, going left to right here in the third quarter. Snap the football, and Caden Cole has a first down run, I think, down near the 45. There's a rugby scrum at the end of that run, but I think Cole got enough to move the chains as he falls forward down to the 45-yard line. That should be an Apache first down.
Well, that's a nice job by Cole. He took a big hit. Still spun around and got another yard for the first down.
1st and 10, Apaches at the Navarro 45-yard line. Going left to right here in the third. We're down to 3.5 minutes to go in the third period. 3 wide receivers set, crouch to the near side, which is the boundary side of the field, in front of the Apache bench. Tua Masaga, the tight end, lined up right as well. Kiki Johnson in the backfield. Heath pump fake, steps up and throws the deep ball. That's a wobbler downfield, way short of the mark. Had to be a wet ball as he just threw that thing and it came out of there spinning sideways. Intended for Nate Crouch, nowhere close. Third down.
It just slipped out of his hand.
Second down.
Yeah, it just slipped out of his hand. He tried to launch a deep pass, but no chance on that one.
Yep, and so it'll be a 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line. 3 wide receivers set. Play a handoff coming to Kiki Johnson, and he fumbled the football. Johnson fumbled at the 42-yard line. I think Navarro came up with it. Johnson just juggled that ball, and Navarro comes up with their 3rd turnover of the day. Plus the 2 punt blocks. The Apaches made all kinds of mistakes, and they give it right back to the Bulldogs with 3:03 to go in the third quarter.
Well, again, this game is looking a lot like last week. The Apaches turned it over 4 times last week. Muse threw 3 interceptions. They also had a fumble. They had over 100 yards in penalties, so just a bad game last week, and this one looking a lot like that.
Yep, it is. And so the Tyler Apaches are 18 minutes and 3 seconds away from seeing their season end. Bowl games are in short supply in the in junior college these days, and there's only one guaranteed bowl for the entire league, so the Apaches probably won't get a bowl bid unless they rally this afternoon. And they're down 13. Late third quarter, Isidore hit as he throws downfield. He's got a man wide open, and that's Dominic Harris down to the Tyler 25-yard line. All of a sudden in the second half, the Apaches have had a couple of breakdowns. They missed some tackles, and that time they blew a coverage. And Dominic Harris has a first down at the Tyler 25-yard line.
It was wide open on a post route. If it's a better pass, it's an easy touchdown. But, boy, he did just enough. The receiver did to come back and haul it in. But, again, if it's a good pass by Isidore, it's an easy score.
First down and 10. The Apaches just really have a hangdog look right now. There's no enthusiasm on the sideline whatsoever. Tevin Muse warming up. We may see the Apache, well, used to be co-starter, now third-teamer for disciplinary reasons. 25-yard line, handoff to Cleveland. Looking to bounce it outside and does. Looking to get to the edge. Hit by Tyler Hayes, but still gets pretty good yardage on first down to the Tyler Junior College 17-yard line. That's a gain of about 7 yards on first down for Josh Cleveland.
Might tack on some more. There was a penalty flag. Not sure if this it is holding against the offense. That's
holding against Navarro. That's a break for Tyler.
Starting to get hard to look out of this window with all rain.
Yep. Yeah, the rain's kind of blowing our way now, so the drops are starting to stick on the windows. So getting a little bit harder to see. That's a 10-yard walk-off to the 35. First and 20 with 2:16 to go in the third quarter. And the folks who have stayed are getting wet. First and 20 at the 35-yard line for Navarro. Two backs. Hand it to Cleveland, looking to get right, and he is buried by Tyler Junior College near the line of scrimmage. Lawrence Shaw, number 69, Shaq Anderson, Josh Wheeler all in on that tackle.
That's a good job by the Apaches. Got a lot of hats to the ball. Nicely done.
I said Shaq Anderson. I think this Junior Ollie, number 36, not 76. These guys wrinkled their jerseys up and fold them up under their shoulder pads now. Makes the numbers a little hard to read at times, but that was Tyler's Junior Ollie. Second down. Gain of 1, second down 19 at the 34-yard line. Shotgun snap. Isidore hands the ball off to Cleveland. Cleveland off left tackle. Pops for about 5. Down to the Tyler 29, maybe the 28-yard line for Josh Cleveland, who has 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter. We're down to 1:05 left to go, and the rain continues to come down hard. Navarro leads at 23-10 here late third quarter. They've scored on a pair of touchdowns here in the third, including the first play of the third quarter on a 77-yard run by Cleveland. They blocked a Tyler punt to create another score. Tyler's had 3 turnovers as well. Offset backfield on third down and 13 at the Tyler 28-yard line. Snap the football, Isidore. Pump fake, throws right side, and it's off to Michael High. Hit him in the shoulder pad, threw it behind him on the out route down at about the 15-yard line. It'll be fourth down.
Otherwise, it's another catch. It's a pretty good pass, but High didn't get his head around in time. That's a little bit of a break for the Apaches. We'll see if Navarro keeps the offense out there.
Would be a 45-yard field goal if they opt to try the field goal. They lead by 13. And who are they going to send out? Looks like they're going to send to keep the offense on the field.
They'll keep the offense too far for a field goal attempt and really too close to punt, I guess. So they're just going to at least try to get some more yardage.
Well, let's see what happens. Fourth down and 13. The Apaches need to stop this. They blitz. Isidore throws that fade down the far side. This is going to be knocked away by Tyler Junior College. Intended for Delmichael High. Well covered by Tyler Hayes, who's been put to the test today. And Tyler will take over at the 28-yard line. This is an opportunity for the Apaches with 27 seconds left to go in the third. It's only a 2-score game, still plenty of time, still a whole quarter left. You'd feel better if the Apaches have shown some sign of life offensively. Maybe this is the possession.
Well, and just consistency on offense. They've had flashes, as you mentioned. They just haven't been able to put anything together over an extended period of time. Now they've got to get going.
Tevin Muse has checked into the game. Muse, the sophomore from Mansfield, was suspended after the NEO game, came back and played last week against Kilgore. Almost helped Tyler pull off the win. Muse is in there, and he's certainly a threat to run. rolls all the way back to the 17-yard line and throws the pass upfield way off the mark, incomplete. I think Rollison was the intended receiver. They were blitzing and they were chasing. Tevin Muse chased him all the way back to the 17-yard line.
Let me go back to that play before on Hayes, because he's been tested today and he hadn't always played all that well, but that was a great play to get the Apaches the football back.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Tyler with Tevin Muse at quarterback. This is the 3rd Tyler quarterback today. 3 wide receiver set. Handoff going right. Kenny Burks upfield for about 3, maybe 4 to the 32. That'll create a 3rd and 6 for the Apaches from their own 32-yard line. What may be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Down to 7, down to 6, down to 5, down to 4. The 3rd quarter will come to an end here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, and it's Navarro 23, Tyler 10 on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
It's football time at the Republic Ice House.
I do not know how Des Bryant accomplished that physical feat.
Fun, food, music, and sports.
It's the best little ice house in Texas.
The Republic Ice House on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler is the place to meet after your favorite high school football game on Friday night, for watching college football on Saturday and the Cowboys on Sunday.
Touchdown!
The Republic Ice House is the perfect place for fantasy football leagues in a private room. The kitchen stays open until closing every day. You'll love their burgers, thin crust pizza, wings, chicken fried steak, shrimp, and tacos. There's daily lunch and chef specials.
My goodness!
And you'll find locally brewed beers and the largest giant HD TV screen in East Texas. Bring your college buddies to the Republic Ice House, and they'll find your game on one of their many TVs.
Bryce Petty to Corey Coleman.
The Republic Ice House. It's your football stop on University Boulevard across from UT Tyler.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Bill Coates, Kevin Simon with you. 4th quarter underway in this junior college semifinal game at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Tyler 3rd and 6. The Apaches, Tevin Muse back to pass. Now he scrambles, and now he's upfield for a 1st down. Got 8 yards on that play. And he picked up yardage out to the 42-yard line. You can probably hear a microphone crackling a bit. A little waterlogged probably at this point under this hail of rain. And it has been that kind of day. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Upfield throws it low and away, intended for Edric Gonzalez. Kevin, you may have to go out there and try that microphone off. Can you do that? Of course, I think we've got a little problem again after a while. Yeah. After a while, you start to has been that kind of an afternoon. They snap the football to Tevin Muse, and he has to go to the ground on a bad snap all the way back to the 36-yard line. That'll make it a 3rd down. 3rd down and about 3rd down and about 15. Now we're back as Kevin works on the microphone out there. Again, it's rained so much that the microphone has to be a little waterlogged. It's 3rd and 15 at the 37-yard line for the Tyler Apaches. Muse retreating to throw a middle screen. He does. He finds Burks. This might be a good play. Burks upfield to midfield and across the 50-yard line and close to a 1st down on a screen pass. The sophomore running back Ken Burks out of Mansfield. Mansfield to Mansfield that time. And Burks is very close to an Apache 1st down. And that should be a 4th down, I think 4th and 1. They're just a yard short of the 1st down. And as we start the 4th quarter, the Apaches have to go for it. The Apaches must go for it. I think that's the feeling on the Tyler sideline. And on a 4th and 1, Tyler's going to go for it. Ball at the 49-yard line. Tyler needs to get to the 48. They load up with a slot and in an I formation behind Tevin Muse. They've already tried this today, and it worked one time earlier. Muse under center this time. Bobbles the snap, and it's loose, and I think Navarro will have the football at the 49-yard line after the Apaches bobble the snap. And Navarro will take over at the 49-yard line. Tyler misfires. And who's to say that won't be Tyler's last good threat of the afternoon. We'll see with 13:29 to go, but the Apaches did not convert on a 4th and 1 at the 49-yard line. A bobble snap, Kevin. And again, it's hard to win like that.
I have the Apaches with 4 fumbles on the day. And you certainly can't beat good football teams playing that kind of football.
Well, Navarro hasn't had that problem. They've been able to hang on to the ball, and they haven't been able to catch it very much.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of drop passes, but they haven't had the fumbles. They haven't given the ball back like Tyler has today. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rain coming down even harder now. We're down to 13:29 left to go in the game. Snap the football. Isidore back to pass. Hit as he throws down the left side. Overthrows the intended receiver. Intended for Calvin Jones. Tyler Hughes had great coverage on the play, 2nd and 10.
Well, just a streak route, but good coverage by the Apaches defensively, and they've been pretty good for most of the day. But the Bulldogs, Navarro trying to deliver the knockout blow on that play.
2nd down at the 49-yard line, 2nd and 10 Bulldogs. 2 backs. Tyler shows blitz, handoff to Josh Cleveland. Cleveland's been a pretty good hand. He breaks the tackle, and he's got the 1st down to the 40-yard line. Tupe Sanoa latches on and drags him down at the 40-yard line after a gain of about 12 yards and a 1st down.
That's a tough run by Cleveland. Little guy, only 5'9", and he got upfield in a hurry to move the chains.
Got lost behind those big offensive linemen. Tyler couldn't find him. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. We're down to 13:12:58 left to go on the clock running. The rain coming down. Umbrellas have been out all afternoon long. Navarro has the ball at the Tyler 40. They lead 23-10. 2 backs in the backfield. Isidore takes the shotgun snap, keeps it on the ground to Cleveland. Cleveland for 3. Got spun around at the end of that by a couple of Apaches, including Tupe Sanoa, but it's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, he took a big hit, but it's positive yardage, and what they're trying to do here, sure, they'd love to tack on some points, but they also want to work on the clock.
2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line. That seems, this 13-point lead seems like Mount Everest right now. This inept Tyler offense trying to just not able to do anything today.
And it's, at one point in the first half, I thought the Apaches had an opportunity to go up 2 scores, and I thought that would do Navarro in.
2nd and 7 at the Tyler 37-yard line. Isidore takes the snap. Blitz coming. He throws the ball down the near sideline and overthrows Del Michael high. Just floats it up there really high, tries to bring it down like the rain coming down and let High run under it. He couldn't quite get there as Nate Jones covered on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Navarro staying aggressive. They're trying to put this game away with this possession. Good coverage by the Apaches.
You realize that Tyler didn't score an offensive touchdown last week either.
Yeah, this is as bad as it gets. Now the Apaches have the best offense, one of the best offenses in the nation, but at times it has disappeared. Last week it disappeared.
Check that out.
At NEO,
they may have gotten one last week. Yeah, but they got anyway. It's a 3rd and 7 at the Tyler 37-yard line, and the ball off to Cleveland. He gets to the edge, and he may have the 1st down. He does. He picked up 8, needed 7. Sweep left to the 29-yard line, and that's enough for a 1st down, and that's exactly what Navarro's trying to do.
That's all they want to do, and stay in bounds. That's a nice job by Cleveland as well. Outran the Apaches to the corner, got the 1st down, stayed in bounds, keeps the clock moving.
Tyler had a 1 touchdown offensively last week from Savon Rollison.
None today.
Yeah. And we're in the 4th quarter. 11:35 left. The offense left the building last week against Kilgore, and it has not returned even in the rain today. You expected more than this. 1st down Bulldogs at the 29-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, 2 backs. Navarro trying to keep the ball on the ground. They hand the ball off for about 3 yards to the Tyler 26-yard line. New back in the ball game. Toting the mail that time was Maurice Gordon, number 28, a freshman from Denton. Gain of 3, 2nd down 7. We're down to 11 minutes to go.
Just working on the clock, moving the football, keeping the chains moving. And again, if they can tack on some extra points, they'd love to do that. But right now, they're just working on the clock.
You can feel the season slipping away.
Yeah, it's slipping away, yeah. And you felt it from really the first possession of the first half. The second half, sorry.
Yeah, after Cleveland went 77 yards to take a 17-10 lead. 2nd and 7 at the 26. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, 2 backs. Tyler in that 4-2-5 look defensively. Trailing by only 13 points. Handoff to Cleveland. The Apaches nail him in the backfield. Excellent work by Tedrick Lowry. He tried to go right, and Tyler had defeated the right side of the Trinity or the Navarro line. Excellent job by the defenders, and he turned it back upfield, and Tedrick Lowry was there to drop him for no gain.
The Apaches again need to make a play here on 3rd down, try to get their offense to football.
3rd down and 7 at the Tyler 26-yard line. They had a 3rd and 7 a moment ago, and Cleveland got the 1st down. They're more than happy to let that clock now run under 10 minutes. 3rd and 7 is the play clock down to 9. They're doing a good job of milking it, too. Good for them. 2 backs in the backfield, down to 2, down to 1. They snap the football, hand it to Maurice Gordon. Gordon gets to the edge, being chased far side, did not get the first down. He's run out by Gennard at about the 23-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs. Why would they want to?
Well, they went for it earlier in the 3rd quarter on 4th down. Looks like they'll keep the offense out there again.
Clock running at 9.5 minutes left to go, and they're not going to kick it. They're going to try to get the first down, and I would submit to you that if they get this first down, I don't see mathematically how Tyler, the way they're playing offensively today, how they overcome that.
Yeah, they're going to use up the clock and probably call a timeout. Well, they've been deliberate.
Now 4th and 4 at the Tyler Junior College 23-yard line. They snap it, hand the ball off to Anderson. He's got the first down and more. Gordon down to the 11-yard line, first down, maybe 1st and goal, depending on where they mark.
And Gordon had a huge hold.
Oh, my goodness.
The Apaches weren't ready for that, just to run off the left side. It's a simple handoff. I guess they blocked it great because the Apaches were all out of position, and they didn't lay a hand on him until he picked up the first down.
Well, 1st and goal at the 10-yard line following that big run by Maurice Gordon. And they are knocking at the door, putting this game away. Down to 8:45 left to go. Navarro has a 23-10 lead over the Tyler Apaches. They go with a tight end, 2 wide receivers, and 2 backs, just pounding away right now. What has to be a tired Tyler defensive unit to hand it to Cleveland. Cleveland's down to the 2 to the 1, and he is in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Navarro. Josh Cleveland, the smallest guy out there, just ran it in from 10 yards out. The last 5 on his own, pushing against that Tyler defense. And I think the Navarro Bulldogs just put this game away.
Well, and you called it right on time, a tired defense. And there's an illustration of it there. The little guy, again, just 5'9", able to push himself forward, pushed a lot of Apaches into the end zone for the score.
Well, the fans aren't leaving. I'm a little bit surprised. It's at 20 now. Some of them are starting to get up and go. 29-10. The extra point would make it 30-10. And Tyler ain't coming back from this, not today. Extra point by O'Brien. Well, they snap it low, and Jones picks it up. He's going to try to throw this down to the 1, and that doesn't turn out to work out well. He completed the pass to the 1-yard line, low snap. He picked it up, scrambled with the ball, and tried to throw it for a 2-point conversion that Tyler stuffs. But with 8:28 left to go, Tyler trails 29-10 on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
This is you. You love helping people. Whether it's taking vitals, jotting down symptoms, getting physical, you like the thought of it all. At Tyler Junior College, we just built a $50 million nursing and health sciences center. We have simulation laboratories, technology-enhanced classrooms, new equipment, and even a community clinic where you can get hands-on experience. This is big, very big. And it's only the beginning. Tyler Junior College, School of Nursing and Health Sciences. We're ready for you.
This is where we stop in Texas.
Next exit is your $6 DQ steak stop. Choose a DQ Dude chicken fried steak sandwich with golden fries and a tall, refreshing drink. Or a DQ steak finger country basket with creamy home-style gravy, crispy fries, Texas toast, and a big old cold drink. Your choice, just $6.
DQ, this is where we stop in Texas.
ESPN 92.1 FM.
Don't think the Apaches are going to have to worry about hosting a conference championship game next week. Kickoff, they're trailing 29-10, taking it at the 9-yard line. TJC bringing it upfield. Kobe Caraway has a long one this year against NEO. He's upfield to the 50-yard line. Kobe Caraway had a 95-yard kickoff return in the NEO game. Another one Tyler gave away. They're giving this one away in a big way this afternoon, but give Navarro credit. That's not right. Navarro Bulldogs came in here on a rainy day. They've taken this game.
Yeah.
I didn't give Navarro. I'm not giving Navarro
give them their credit.
Yeah,
they came out here and played a heck of a football game, and they finished up. That last drive was a championship drive. That's 51 yards. They go 10 plays, 5 minutes and a second. That's the way you put a game away.
No, Tyler helped their cause, but they've taken it from the Apaches today, and it's a 19-point lead with 8:18 left to go. And the Apaches do not have an offensive touchdown. I don't think they're going to automatically wake up and score 3 times in 8 minutes. Connor Heath back in the ball game. He throws it over Edric Gonzalez along the far sideline on an out route. Gonzalez is only 5'7", and he threw that ball about 8 feet. So that won't work, and so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's been the story of the day. It's not on the same page offensively or quarterback and receiver. It's been the story of the day. One of the stories.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line. Connor Heath steps up. He's in some trouble, and he's going to be hit. He spins out of it at the 40. Heath down to the 36-yard line. How about Connor Heath? Might well be the Tyler quarterback next year, the former Pearland quarterback. His dad, Tony, the head coach at Pearland. They've won state championships. And that's a 13-yard gain and a first down.
Nice, tough run by Heath. Took a hit and spun out of it for a first down.
Well, the Apaches had better have some urgency. They need to score. If they're going to score, they need to do it quickly here. Pump fake, looking to throw the deep ball down the near side for Rollison. Oh, my goodness, off his fingertips. Incomplete at the 5-yard line. Rollison had his hands on the ball and couldn't bring it in. It'll be second down.
That's actually a pretty good pass by Heath, and Rollison got one hand on it, just not able to reel it in. Pretty good route, but again, just off the mark.
Rain is let up. It's still raining, but not as hard as it was early. 7:45 to go. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line. Blitz coming. Heath steps up, throws the deep ball again, looking for Rollison again, and it's incomplete. He was in double coverage that time. And Rollison not able to out-battle Aaron Foy and Braylon Thomas at the goal line. It'll be 3rd down.
A dangerous pass, as you mentioned. He threw that one into double coverage, but it fell harmlessly to the ground. The Apaches, again, just struggling to do anything offensively.
Boy, this team had a chance at one point to be ranked number 1 in the nation. 3rd and 10. They'll throw a screen pass, complete it to Hayden Cole, 35, Cole 30, Cole to the 25, Cole hard to tackle, down to the 20-yard line. That's a first down for the Apaches. Hayden Cole on a screen pass. Sophomore from Pearland rumbling downfield to the 19-yard line.
Well, stayed in bounds and used the blocking in front of him for a tough run and an Apache first down.
With 7:25 to go. Tyler needs to score here. They got to get a couple of breaks along the way, too. Cole back to pass on a first down. In trouble in the backfield, scrambles back to the 30 and is sacked at the 31-yard line, and then a penalty flag thrown at the end of that play. Ty Thomas sacked him.
Be a face mask.
Going to throw a face mask against Ty Thomas, the freshman from Rockwall.
That's a huge break for the Apaches because Heath was sacked, lost a lot of yardage on the play, but they'll get the benefit of the face mask penalty.
So the face mask will give Tyler Junior College 15 yards and an automatic first down. And that'll take that baby down to the 9-yard line. Well, the Apaches have had their chances today, but their offense has come up short every time. Let's see if they can punch one in here. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. He throws the bubble screen near side, completes it to Rollison. He loses yardage and then loses the ball all the way back upfield to the 24, 25-yard line. And Navarro thinks they've recovered the fumble. The question is, was Rollison down? The Bulldogs have the ball. And is it their ball or is it still Tyler's ball at the 13-yard line? Rollison is down.
Well, they haven't given a definitive call. The officials are talking to the Bulldogs, but he hadn't made a call yet. We still don't know who has the football.
Well, the referee.
Now they're talking about it.
They're talking about it. And let's see if Tyler turned it over for a 4th time today, plus the 2 block kicks. And it's Navarro's football. They spun Rollison around. The ball came out, but they say before he hit the ground, and it's Navarro's football. And if the touchdown a moment ago didn't do it, that should with 6:57 left.
So the Apaches fumbled on 3 straight possessions. 3 straight possessions, the Apaches have turned it over. That's 5 fumbles on the day.
And Rollison is hurt. They're going to have to carry him off the field.
This is really a bad, ugly finish to an otherwise great season.
Yeah,
the Apaches, not all that long ago, were in the discussion for playing for a national championship, and boy, that went away quick.
Yes, it did. Trey Crawford helping him off the field. They're actually carrying Rollison, being helped off by Tua Masaga and Crawford, I believe, are actually carrying him. One has one leg, one the other, and they're helping him off. So Navarro takes over, and at their own 27-yard line with 6:57 left. Handed to Josh Cleveland, being chased to the edge. Gennard strings him out, but Cleveland has good yardage upfield at the 35-yard line and gets out of bounds. He tried to slide before he went out.
I think he did. I think he got out. They're saying he was out of bounds, but I think he actually got down before he slid out of bounds. So
picked up about 8 yards. Let's see what the officials indicate. I'm ready. I vote to let the clock run.
Either way, it's a great run by Cleveland, and I think he did the right thing to get down. The officials didn't recognize that, but it's a good job by him.
Well, I've seen enough. I'm ready to go home. It's 6:45. Now they start the clock up against 8-yard gain, 2nd down and 2 at the 35-yard line. Isidore has gone the distance. The quarterback today has gone the last 3 games and played well for Navarro after the 4 games after the Bivens Caraway injury, former Longview Lobo, and has done a really nice job. He's got his team in the conference championship game. Handoff to Anderson. Shaq Anderson for Tyler Junior College. Make that Gordon with a handoff, and Shaq Anderson for Tyler Junior College gobbles him up along with other Apaches. No gain. It'll be 3rd down with 6 minutes left to go in the game.
You have to go back a ways to figure out the last time the Apaches have scored 10 points or fewer. I know they scored 17. The last time they scored 17 other than last week was 2013. They beat Navarro 17-10. So that 2 seasons ago, you had to go back 2 seasons just to get to 17. So I wonder when the last time they scored as few as 10.
Clock winding down, 5:45 left. It's 3rd down and 2 at their own 35-yard line. Hand the ball off, and Gordon is again nailed in the backfield by Tyler. Apache defense not giving up, and that's kind of been the way it's been all day long. They played well enough to win, but their offense is giving them no help, and it'll be 4th down. 4th and 5 coming up. And it looks like Navarro's going to punt it now. They're on 33-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it. Somebody called the timeout. Not sure who that was.
Really?
Yep, timeout. Look, it's timeouts, Navarro.
Timeout Navarro with 5:33 left. Timeout Tyler.
Timeout Tyler. Now see the official signal Navarro.
Okay.
And this is his timeout signal. This won't do anything for the radio listeners, but this is his timeout signal. That is not a timeout signal when you stick one arm out.
You're on a roll today.
Well,
man.
it's the same guy, and he's a nice guy. I talked to him in Cisco, but on at least 2 occasions a day, and 1 occasion in Cisco, he's given a wrong signal for a penalty on that. It's his timeout call. It's this. He sticks one arm out. That's not a timeout.
They're having a better day than the officials at the Duke-Miami game did yesterday.
That was bad.
Those boys got suspended. That last miracle play by Miami was such a mess, they've suspended the whole crew. And the replay official, 4th down. And the punt coming from the 18-yard line. Navarro will host Kilgore next week. And the Apaches go for the punt block. McIntosh gets it out of there. It'll bounce at the 38. Taken by Rottleson at the 31. Now check that. It's Edward Gonzalez. And he's upfield to the 42-yard line. Knocked out of bounds along the Tyler sideline at the 42 with 5:20 left to play in the game. Yeah, this Tyler team will finish 7-3. That's a very good record. The only blemish really is the way it ended. And it ended with 2 straight losses. 1 to Kilgore last week on the road and 1 here at home. I think that Kilgore loss took a lot out of this team, too.
Yeah, and we talked about it in pregame. How would TJC respond to that loss, a disappointing loss at Kilgore? A game not well
offensively.
Yeah, they haven't responded. That's a game not only should they have won, they should have won. That game should have been close in TJC's favor, but it didn't work out that way, and obviously they didn't respond well.
Well, 29-10, Navarro leads as we play with 5:20 left to go. Tyler back on offense. They have not scored an offensive touchdown today. Heath play action, looking to throw upfield, does. Crouch makes the catch, 1st down, gain of about 13 to the Navarro 45-yard line.
Pass is complete to Nathan Crouch.
The tackle made by Navarro's David Orr.
1st down, Tyler.
And it'll be 1st down at the 46-yard line. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Snap, Heath looking. Scrambling, being chased, going right. Will throw it on the run downfield and throws it. Did he throw it away? Tried to throw it away. No, actually tried to hit a receiver. Gonzalez caught the ball, but he was already out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
Incomplete.
We actually saw that play work last week. Zach Hall to Robert E. Lee hit Tyreek Grayson on a play like that. But that time, Gonzalez caught it. He was already out of bounds.
Yeah, he was on a corner route. And, well, that was a tough pass to try to fit in there anyway, and they nearly pulled it off. But as it's been all day, just off the mark.
Second down at the 46-yard line. Second down and 10, Tyler. With 4:57 left to go. 4 wide receivers set. Pump fake again. Heath looks, throws, over crouches off his fingertips at the 36-yard line. Couldn't hold that wet ball, and Tyler's had their hands on a lot of passes today they couldn't hold. Bounces incomplete. There's a penalty flag.
Holding against
Tyler. Okay. I'm kind of voting to let this clock run. I've had enough. I've seen
this
enough.
game has gotten ugly, and you hate to see the season end this way for the Apaches because they've been so good all season and entertaining all season with the offense they had. But to see it end this way, but it happens. I think it was '84 when I played at TJC, and I told you the story before. We were 7-0. We just got the #1 ranking, and we never won another game. We went 0-2-1 the rest of the way.
Really. 2nd and 20, the 44-yard line. Heath bobbles the snap, throws it downfield way over the head of Edward Gonzalez. Gonzalez is only 5'7". He keeps throwing it to him and throws it high.
Throwing it over his head.
Yeah, throwing it over his head.
Got
Pick a taller
lower.
guy.
Yeah.
Pick a taller guy, Connor. Really? 3rd and 20. Can you tell I'm bored now? Is it obvious? 4:46 to go.
It's been a tough day for the old Apaches, but good season. I think they were on their way to having a great season, but it's a good season.
Yeah, good season, but not a great one.
Yeah.
Didn't win their championship, regular season or playoff. Back to pass, 3rd and 20. Blitz coming. Heath's in trouble. He will be sacked at the 35-yard line. And Heath's shaken up on that play. He was buried. Jesse Brown slam dunked him at the 35-yard line. He bounced him at the 35.
Yeah, and the ball came out, but they ruled it dead. And Heath is a little shaken up. I think he's dizzy. Yeah, he's having trouble walking to the sideline. They're going to have to get somebody out there to help him. He doesn't want any help, but he's dizzy.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He thinks he's back in Pearland right now. Yeah, that's tough. 4th down and 29. 4th down, and the Apaches need to get to Chandler for the first down. And Tyler Junior College will do what? Guess go for it, right?
Well, they called the timeout. I'm not. It looks the quarterback. They don't have a quarterback unless they send Muse out there. Okay, Muse is out there. Boy, Muse struggled last week with, again, 3 interceptions after Copeland got hurt.
Yeah, you'd see these games get this ugly at the end.
And this is really ugly.
And, Tyler still trying to create some offense. They've worked at it all afternoon and just haven't done much. We're assuming that Kilgore and Navarro probably play on a Saturday, but again, that's an assumption on our part. Tyler played Navarro 1 year for a conference title at Navarro on a Sunday. Muse on a 4th and 29. Back to pass, having to scramble. Upfield 45-50. He's got room, 45-40. Kevin Muse is going to step out of bounds a yard short of the first down. What in the world was he doing?
What a great run, and then he runs out a yard short of the first down.
He had it looked like he had the first down on that 4th and 29, and he ran out of bounds on the Navarro sideline before the first down marker.
He's kind of got his hands on his hip right. He can't believe he stepped out of bounds. You got to know where the sticks are.
Unbelievable.
It's a great run.
Did he lose track of what down it was?
He had to. It was a great run. And he needs 1 more yard. And he stepped out of bounds instead.
Oh, my goodness. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Let's
go. It gets uglier. It's just getting uglier.
All right, I've seen enough.
By the play. And that's a great play by Muse to get upfield, and he nearly pulled it off, but for some reason stepped out of bounds a yard short.
What do we always say? What is this?
JUCO football,
JUCO football, baby.
See a little bit of everything, right?
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my goodness. All right, so Navarro takes over at the 37-yard line. Oh, my goodness. First down for Navarro at their own 37. Gordon takes the handoff, hit at the line of scrimmage by the Apaches. They knock him down.
That is pushing and shoving.
A lot of pushing and shove. Flags come out now. Now we're going to get the.
I think the
Josh
Apaches.
Wheeler made the play, by the way, and now we get the pushing and shoving.
Yeah, I think Samari Wright will get tagged. I think he actually. It was like kind of a half punch push against the Navarro player, so I think this might go against TJC. It does.
Personal foul against Tyler Junior College.
And again, it gets uglier by the play.
I tell you what, if I'm the referee, they have the discretion. They can just call this game, couldn't they? If you guys are going to do that, then I've seen enough.
Yeah, the Apaches need to kind of keep it cool here. This game's got really
close.
it's got really ugly, and you don't want this kind of stuff to happen.
No, I tell you, if it happens again, the official has my permission to just pull the plug on this game and say, this is 29-10. You guys ain't coming back. I'm going home. The World Series starts in an hour. I'm going home to watch. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line for Navarro. They have a 15-yard penalty, and they take it at Tyler's 48-yard line. We'll give you station ID after this play. Boy, I tell you, these games get so ugly toward the end, a game like this, that, this game should have been over 10 minutes ago. But anyway, 1st and 10 at the Tyler 48-yard line. Isidore hands it to Gordon. Tyler strings it out. They'll tackle him after a 3-yard gain. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Tyler Junior College Apache football.
You're listening to ESPN East Texas. KRWR Tyler. Eric Sullivan. Weekdays noon till 1. ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line. 3:09 left to play. 29-10. Navarro leading Tyler Junior College in a forgettable, for Tyler at least, Junior College semifinal playoff game. Apache offense did not show up today. They got rained out. Handoff Gordon, hit by Tyler, and taken back at the line of scrimmage by Tupe Sanoa. Actually, the new running back in the game is Mon Evans. Mon Evans from Huntsville.
3rd down.
So it'll make it a 3rd and 6. 3rd down and 6 at the Tyler 44-yard line. 2:30 left to go. Boy, I tell you what, congrats. Pan and the Bell stayed for the whole game today. Way to go.
Well, they tried to help the Apaches to the best of their ability. This didn't happen today.
One of them could have played quarterback. 3rd down and 6. Sand the ball off to Gordon, looking to get outside. Can't. Hit the line of scrimmage. And dropped it left tackle by Tyler Junior College and Tedrick Lowry. Check that, Mike Taylor.
Michael Taylor with the tackle.
Michael Taylor, the sophomore from Jacksonville. On the tackle, it'll be 4th and 6. We're down under 2 minutes left. The Jacksonville Indians were here yesterday. John Tyler defeated them here at the stadium. Taylor's old team.
Yeah, I expected the Navarro to wind his clock down, go ahead and punt it away. They're going to work it on down, maybe call a timeout or take the 5-yard penalty.
Game 5 of the World Series coming up. We'll take a short break at the end of the game, come back, wrap it up, and then we'll take you to the pregame show for the World Series. 4th down and 6 at the 44-yard line, down to 1:25-26, I should say. And whistle blows as the 25-second clock runs out. They're saying 1:22. I think Navarro just took a timeout. And
yeah, they did.
Starting to shake hands as the Bulldogs, with looking at 4th and 7, actually some hand slaps among the players across the line of scrimmage. Everybody getting ready to go home now, I think. Yeah. Did they ever signal it's a Jacksonville timeout?
No, they said timeout, but this is his timeout call. His timeout call is a 1st down call. This is the timeout, right?
Okay.
2 hands. But this is the call he gets for timeout. That's the 1st down call.
Okay.
Now I'm going to leave him alone after that.
Okay.
Because he is a really nice guy.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I'm a nice guy. You don't cut me any slack.
No. He's nicer than you.
Okay. 4th and 6. Following the Navarro timeout. Did Tyler take that time? I think
Navarro took. Well, let me say this. He gave a signal in the direction of Navarro.
Well, who cares, right?
Yeah. Let's just get
They're going to punt the ball to the Apaches. And I guess Tyler can run 3 or 4 pass plays at this point, right? McIntosh will kick it away. It's high and short and fair caught at the 16-yard line. Up in the air, fair caught by Edward Gonzalez. So now we get a little
we're going to get some of that.
Unfriendly at the end of the game.
Yeah, we're going to get some of that. The officials are going to have to watch this stuff. Apaches are frustrated, playing the way they have in back-to-back weeks.
Well, another crack class will come through here without a championship. Again, it's now 16 years and counting since Tyler won its last conference title in football. 2000. Apaches have been close, but they are continuing to come up short on the gridiron. And so the Apaches will take over at their own 16-yard line with 1:14 left to play. Looks like they're going to run their spread offense, throw it upfield. Crouch makes the catch at the 25-yard line, spun down at the 24. Tyler's out of timeout, so thankfully they cannot stop the clock. But that is a 4-yard gain, and if they called a timeout here, I might choke somebody. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. With 50 seconds left, he chased all the way back to the 5-yard line. He's going to throw it upfield, and this ball is underthrown at the 32-yard line. With 45 seconds left. Did they give him a catch?
I think they're going to give him a catch.
That wasn't a catch. That ball bounced in front of him, didn't it? Did they call John Murray with a catch there? No.
They're talking about it now. They're going to spot him as a catch.
Did you think that was a catch? That ball bounced, didn't it? You got to be kidding me.
I've been on the officials. I'm backing off of them now.
That's a first down, Apaches.
Okay, but what was that symbol? Okay, he gave the unsportsmanlike signal.
I don't know.
Yeah. So they're going to tackle on 50. They're going to tackle on 50.
They called it unsportsmanlike against Navarro for 15 more. So a catch and a penalty takes you to the 47-yard line. You got to be kidding me. Really? All right, 29-10. Navarro with the lead. Tyler with the ball. They're on 47. He's going to throw it to the right side. Making the catch, John Murray. Did he get out of bounds? I don't think he did.
He tried to stay in.
He tried to stay in.
Yeah, he turned it back inside.
Thank you, John Murray. I love you. He didn't go out of bounds. 25 seconds left.
He's hurt.
And now he's hurt. 22 seconds left.
Boy, this has been a sloppy ending.
Oh, my goodness. What a sloppy football.
Sloppy ending to a good football season that the Apaches had going.
Murray's hurt. Boy, that's a heck of a deal to get hurt in the last 21 seconds, the last game of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, what you talking about?
That's
a bummer.
Yeah, that's a bummer. That's tough. He's having to be helped off.
I'd love to know what happened to Cedarian Copeland. I guess I'll have to ask Coach.
You'll have to find out, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I hate to speculate.
I'd send you down there in the rain with her, but I don't want to mess up our wireless equipment in the rain, so to heck with it, you know?
But whatever it was, it may have affected the Apaches coming into the second half because they came out with absolutely no energy. And Copeland, we haven't seen him since halftime, not even on the sideline. And so whatever happened in the locker room, and it may not have been anything, but based on what we've seen, it really, something affected the Apaches. They didn't come out with a lot of energy.
Yeah, I haven't seen Copeland certainly not in uniform down there. Wonder how he got home. 2nd and 7, throw it downfield, incomplete. Edward Gonzalez with 11 seconds left. It'll be 3rd down. I mean, if he's not here, how'd he get home? I mean, it's about, it'd be about a 40-minute walk from here to Tyler Junior College
in a downpour.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. 3rd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
But Rollison's on crutches.
Empty backfield. Heath scrambling, looking to chunk it downfield. They're chasing him to the corner. He loses the football, actually threw the ball out of bounds. Trying to throw a pass with 3 seconds left to play. It'll be 4th down. Throw the Hail Mary, boys.
That's exactly what's coming. And that'll end the Apache season.
Hook and lateral, something. Do something. 29-10. Navarro going to win this game. We got probably one more play in the Apache season. Been a miserable effort here in this semifinal game, except for the defense. They played great. Pitch it, drop by. That's a fitting end of the game. Throw it to the near side. Nathan Crouch dropped the ball. That is a fitting end to this game. The Apache defense played very well today. The offense, not so much. Navarro wins this conference semifinal game 29-10. here at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Back to wrap it up on ESPN East Texas 92.1 FM.
Does making that mortgage loan payment leave you feeling sour? Do you have a sour note and need to reduce your monthly?
With over 525 member colleges and 48 national championship events in 28 different sports, the National Junior College Athletic Association provides you the opportunity for success on the field, diamond, court, and in the classroom. The NJCAA. Opportunities start here. For more information, visit www.njca.